don't claim to be a part of the quote-unquote Hebrew Israelite movement. The I.S.U.P.K, under commanding General Yahanna, we stand alone.
Okay.
We are not, we put that disclaimer on all our videos. We're not affiliated with no other Israelite group or organization because we don't believe the same thing they believe. Now, as far as the approach and yelling at white people, we do believe that every response is measured.
Okay.
So now when you see a video of somebody coming up and somebody's, just how you came up respectful, has anybody disrespected you at all?
No, no, and I'm glad I met you guys.
Every response is measured. You know, if somebody came up and was disrespectful, they're going to get a measured response.
Okay.
You know, we're not a violent organization, but we believe in self-defense. That's our American right. I'm sure you understand that for sure.
Well, and the thing is, too, I thought, you know, if I meet a group like I just described, I still wanted to go up to them and say, hey, guys, you know what? I looked into this. I know you guys are the real Israelites, but I think people are going to have a hard time listening to your message because
they killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage is safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember Yahanna's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback to bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that UPK banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary.
Go to ground, 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 go to ground.
It's all about that warfare, boy.
Give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground.
It's all about that warfare, boy.
Take ground, 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 take ground.
My soldiers take ground till them stand down.
Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground.
My soldiers take ground till them stand down.
Take ground, take ground, take ground. Nah, this ain't no movement, this a takedown. We will not be moved or intimidated. We ain't the type. You got a problem, tell them cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't polite. Soldiers to the left and right. I die for every man body. Before I be a coward, I'd rather be a dead body. This will be my kingdom when the hour pass. You can either get with it or get flipped like an hourglass. We live by honor and no excuse. Just sit the prayer up to the Lord. I told him, then let all the terrorists loose. Hold your tongue or get rebuked, cause you made a truce. With a race that made merchandise, how to buy abuse. Scared of who? You got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas start to argue, it's about who gon' bite the bullet. It gon' take ground, take ground, take ground. Opponents better move slow. Attack dog for this truth, nigga, cool yo. Go to ground, 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 go to ground.
It's all about that warfare, boy.
Give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground.
It's all about that warfare, boy.
Take ground, 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 take ground.
My soldiers take ground till them stand down.
Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Oh, thought you could cross us with no consequence, but you will pay dearly. You should've used your common sense. My zeal lit, that means you could never prevail. Hey, with a true sit, hey, with warriors dwell. Be wise with them weapons, cause I promise. My nine just like my wife, she concealed, she modest. I know two things, a robber will not prosper. And any man harm me and my octave gon' meet the doctor. Cause this life is warfare, it's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die so you can miss me with that love talk. My U.P.K soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret it. What that mean? Fall on his ass. Comparing me to you really ain't no contest. Long live one West. Say what? Long live one West. This for those who thinking we ain't ready for. Tell them back up. I'm about to drop something heavy for. Go to ground, 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 go to ground.
It's all about that warfare, boy.
Give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground.
It's all about that warfare, boy.
Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down.
All right, if you can hear me loud and clear, type of 1 in the chat. If you can hear me loud and clear, type of 1 in the chat. Let's see who all we got with us this evening. I see we got some comments coming in already. We got some haters coming in. That's good. Come on in. You understand? You in the right place tonight. All the haters and naysayers, you type of 1 in the chat too, with your hating ass. You understand? Type of 1 in the chat. Who all we got up in here? Princess Nazam, I see you. Amana Bath, Shell, Officer Awawadi, I see you. Let's see who else we got up in here. Trooper Ragash Allah, Simba CO. Adi Yana, Trooper Shalat, Kapa, Ashley Garcia, Awawadi, I'm gonna send it to you right now. Give me 1 second, priest. Warrior of Yahweh Shai, he said, do we have the sign-in sheet? Yes, Officer Shapat is gonna put the sign-in sheet in the chat in just a second. Good to see you, brother. He said, "Who's this?" Brother Tim, young man Tim, checking in from Maryland. Looking forward to signing in for class and learning. That's right, warrior. Young man Tim. That's right, warrior. Shalom, just art and paint. I see you. Shapara, Yaquar, Kanawa. I think I got everybody so far. Shannon Nelson said, "We are coons denying Africa." Well, Shannon Nelson, tell me, if we're coons for denying Africa, what does that make Africa for selling us? I mean, I always look at the comment. I'm so used to talking to people face to face. I like talking to people. Like, I'm not, we still getting used to the internet, Shapat. And I'm so used to when conflict arises, brother, I like to look up a cat, whoever it is, in the eyes. I'm leaning towards this comment because in spirit, I want to talk to him face to face. Well, Shannon, if you tell me this then, if we're coons for denying Africa, what does that make Africans for selling us to the Europeans? Tell me that. If we're coons for denying those stinking Hamites, is what the Bible calls them, what would that make the Africans for denying us and selling us to white people into slavery? If that makes us coons, then just tell me what that would make Africans for selling us. I'll wait, Shannon. Go ahead, Shapat.
I can add to it if I may.
Please.
What does that make them for all of the people who move back to Africa that they overtax to be citizens and don't treat them like Africans and don't claim them? And even when they come over here, they say, "I am not a cotton picker."
Yeah.
They don't claim us at all today, and the only time they act like us is when it's convenient and when they want to party and have a good time.
The water priest.
So what are they coons?
Yeah. Are Africans coons? If we're coons for denying Africa, then are Africans coons when, like Officer Shapat just said, when they come over here and call us a katas, which is a cotton picker or an animal, are they coons for denying us and coming over here and thinking they're better than us? That's the problem with you simpletons, man. You Uncle Toms and you real coons and stepping fetches and you Sambos, you have the spirit of these heathens. And every heathen thinks that we owe them something, man. White people think that we owe them something. Africans think that we owe them something. The Arabs, the Asians, the East Indians, every race of people believes that we owe them something when all we've ever done was build everybody else's business, build everybody else's community, build everybody else's family and nation to the detriment of ours. But somehow everybody has this entitlement that we have to give them our love and loyalty and support. You're not getting it. You're not getting it. And you couldn't answer the question. You step and fetch it. Goddamn step and fetch it, Sambo. How about we cones for denying Africa? We're not African.
Right.
Furthermore, we're not African. I'll wait for your response, Shannon Nelson. Shay. You understand? Shalom, Yapaya, I see you. Go ahead, Shapat.
It always kills me too. All this Pan-African, the Kemet, and all that. I don't never see nobody from Africa that believes that Kemet garbage. You know what I'm saying? And where in Africa do they practice any Kemet teachings and anything? Nothing. They all want to be Christian and Muslim. Black people in America are the only people who follow a Kemet, African religion.
That's correct. What you saying, Shapat, is absolutely the truth. That anybody know what a Coptic is? Type in the chat if you know what a Coptic is without Googling it. I just want to see this whole idea of Kemet, and that's the ancient religion of the Egyptians and all this trash. That's garbage. Egyptians don't even believe that today.
Right.
They don't follow it. Shapat, if you could, can you send the invite to Officer Arawadi, please? Africans don't even believe in that today. Anybody know what a Coptic is? A Coptic. Some of y'all probably like, I don't know. What the hell are you talking about? Nobody knows. Arawadi
You're close, Officer Arawadia. He said the Ethiopian Christians. No, not Ethiopians, but Egyptian Christians. You understand? That's who the Coptics are. You understand? It's the indigenous Christian population of Egypt. You understand? That's who the Coptics are. The two largest religions in Egypt for the past hundreds of years have always been Christianity and Islam. Egyptians today are not even in that Kemet garbage. But black people, you done failed for the Okido, ancient Kemet and Ra and Sarah Suit Seti and the Meta Netta. All that trash, nigga, is garbage. And furthermore, if you wearing an Ankh, take the goddamn Ankh off and throw it in the trash. If you got a chain that got Africa on it, throw it in the trash. If you got an Ankh on your chain, throw it away. What else they be wearing? The Nefertiti head. When she facing sideways with the little headpiece that Erykah Badu used to wear. You got that chain with Nefertiti facing sideways, get rid of it. The Ankh, the Africa, the Nefertiti, it's one more they be wearing. Go ahead, Shafat.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Ankh is a vagina and a penis.
That's right.
The man is wearing a penis on his neck. That's Paul.
That's right. You understand this garbage. You understand? We're not African. None of that Kemet garbage pertains to us. We have our own culture. We have our own laws. Shalom Barak Wanah. Shalom says. We got Zabalawa in the house making his presence known. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. He's trying to get out. He said, "This, I'm back. You want to teach today? You want to teach?" He taught last time. He might want to teach again. You understand? Shalom Trooper Batak, I see you. Good to see you. Young man Andrew, I see you, brother. Right? So while we wait, not even do the damn introduction. We came in hot today. Salaki, y'all. Shalom Israel. Yahweh Bahashim. Yahweh Shah Barak Thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shamar Alathun Bahashim Yahweh Shah to the sisters. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street out of Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yahanna. We are not affiliated with no other Israelite group or Christian organization, and we teach the truth according to the Bible. And that's that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people. And the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. That's the truth. And anybody that tries to teach something contrary to that, he's a liar. You understand? Give Captain Zaryak a hand for going on that podcast with those Jewish devils. Everybody thought it was a game and a joke for a black man to believe that he's God's chosen people. It's funny to white people to hear us say we're God's chosen people, that we're the Jews. And it's funny to them to hear us speak our language, the Hebrew, and to see how we dress. It's a joke. It's a joke to them because they cannot fathom that the slaves would actually have a culture of their own. That's what the problem is. They cannot fathom that the slaves could have a culture of their own. Well, let me help you, white people. Let me help you, Jewish man. The Lord said the slaves are his people. The slaves are God's people. You understand? And the Jews are black. Anybody that tries to fight against that, they're a liar. You understand? Black people are not African. We've never been African. You can't be an African and an Israelite. That's two separate bloodlines. You understand? It doesn't exist. Shalom, mighty man. Good to see you. Shannon said, now, Shannon, you didn't answer my question, and I'm going to ignore you until you answer my question. I asked you, if we are coons for denying Africa, what are Africans for selling us to the white man? If we're coons for denying Africa, what does that make Africans for selling us to the white man? Now, I want to see if you can be honest and answer the question. Tell me. Shalom, Shapala, I see you. Yashar Banath, I see you. If y'all have any questions, type your questions in the chat, whatever questions you may have. You understand? We'll get them. Go ahead, mighty man. Shapala, what that mic is right there. Just speak real loud till he get the mic for you, please.
So I'm here. I'm just walking into class, and I'm hearing what you're saying, and asking the sister what are Africans to us,
right?
Like if we're the same,
right?
So I used to be a part of this program called City at Peace, and we explored the different communities, and we had some African people in there, And I found out that Africans do not consider themselves black.
That's correct.
Like they deny us.
That's correct.
And they do not think that we are the same in our heritage or any of that.
That's correct. Give Africans a hand. Give Africans a hand for understanding history. Africans are right to deny us because Africans didn't go into slavery. So guess what Africans know that we don't know? They know history before 1492.
Right.
Black people in America, our history in school starts 1492. Columbus sailed the ocean blue. That's what they taught us. We didn't learn anything about black people before Christopher Columbus. It's because that's on purpose. Africans, on the other hand, because they have not gone into slavery, because they were not destroyed, because they're not God's people, they have their culture and their history intact. And Africans know there's no way we're the same people as these people. We remember when they were here in our land. We remember how we went to war with them. We remember how we rounded them up and sold them to the white man. They have that history. And it's very spiritual that Africans don't refer to themselves as black. You know why? Because that term has always been for a specific people. Please give me Acts chapter 13, verse 1. You understand? Shannon, you tiptoeing around the question. Did you answer the question yet? Answer the question. I will address every single one of your comments when you can be an honest person. I don't know if you're a man or woman because Shannon is kind of a unisex name. So I don't know if you're a man or a woman. It could be like Shannon Sharp or, Shannon. You understand? Shay. Shannon, answer the question. That's all I want to know. Once you answer the question, I will address every single comment. You understand? But you need to answer my question. If we are coons for denying Africa and Africans, what does that make Africans for selling us to the white man? Now, you see, I've asked that about 4 times now, and he or she is avoiding the question because, again, this is a question that nobody ever expects the burden to accept us. Like the burden to accept us is not put on everybody else. We are the only ones that's given the burden to love everybody, to accept everybody, to welcome in everybody and forgive everybody. Yeah, not in here. Not in here. We put the burden on everybody else. We've done our part. Let me tell you something. If you are Black, Hispanic, or Native American, you don't owe these other nations a goddamn thing. You don't owe them anything. You don't owe them love. You don't owe them understanding. You don't owe them compassion. You don't owe them anything. We gave it all to them already. We're giving it to them right now as we speak. We building up their neighborhoods, building up their communities, while our neighborhoods, while our communities and our families are broken and destroyed. When you still want more from us, tell me, what are Africans for selling us to the white man? If we're coons for denying the Africans, what does that make Africans for selling us to the white man? Answer the question. Don't tiptoe around it, man. Step into it. Just like you stepped into calling us coons for denying Africa in all caps, too. You understand? That's yelling. From like, I didn't know that until recently. Typing in all caps is yelling, apparently. How rude of you to yell at me and call me a coon yelling online. Well, you stepped into that. You leaned into that with all fervor. Step to the question and answer it. Please go ahead, Shapop.
It's not about me. And once again, another to let you know that they not us. They were our slave masters that sold us to our slave masters, right?
That's right.
And as we know, the white man got reparations when slavery ended for us.
Yes, he did.
He lost out on money. But also in like 2023 or 22 was it? 2023, I believe, African countries that sold us got reparations for our slavery as well because they lost out on money.
That's correct. Everybody benefits somehow from our suffering. The slave masters get reparations, but not the slaves. That's okay. Okay, he finally answered the question. Shannon said, y'all, the Africans that sold us to the white man are sellouts, but that doesn't generalize all Africa. You just generalize all of us.
Right.
You just generalized all of us. So how come now we can't generalize them when you just did it? The Africans that sold us to the white man are not only are they sellouts, Shannon, they're coons. You see how you couldn't say the same thing? By logic, you should have said exactly what you called us. If we're coons for denying Africans, Africans are traitors, sellout coons. But you have a deference. You have more deference for Africans versus your own people. You know why? Because you have the spirit of the heathens. That's the spirit of the heathens. So now, black people, when they do something, it's the worst thing in the world. You understand? It's just the worst thing in the world. You are coons. Africans are not black people. The black people are not Africans. And like the young man was bringing out, Africans don't even refer to themselves as black unless it involves getting some type of government grant, some type of funding, or to be accepted into the black community. Africans do not refer to themselves as black. They refer to themselves as the country or the tribe they come from. Africans don't even call themselves African. They'll tell you, I'm Cameroonian, I'm Nigerian, I'm Ghanaian, I'm Sierra Leonean. You understand? It's spiritual that Africans don't refer to themselves as black, and this is why. Please read what you have, young man, nice and loud.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers.
So now we're reading about in the New Testament. It's for all you Christians that believe the Old Testament and the New Testament don't agree. They both agree. That's why it's in the same book. What type of book would have two parts that go against each other? Does that even make sense? You got a book where the first part is saying one thing and then the second part cancels out the first part. That's ignorant.
Right.
You get a math book, brother. Everything that you learn builds off of what was in the book before. And the beginning of the math book is addition and subtraction. And then you go to multiplication and division. And then you go to algebra. And then you go to calculus and trigonometry. Nothing that you learn later in the book cancels out what you learned in the beginning. All of it is built off of what you learned in the beginning. It's the Bible. It all agrees. It all is built off of what came before it. The Old Testament still stands. The New Testament was built off of the Old Testament. We're reading in the New Testament right now how in the school, the church, these prophets in Antioch. Keep reading.
Certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas and Simon that was called Niger. Simeon.
No sweat. So now we're reading about these two prophets that were in this school. You understand? And the Bible is going to describe what these prophets were called by the people. This is very important. Read that part, brother, please.
Barnabas and Simeon that was called Niger.
That were called what?
Niger.
Now, for those of you that don't know, I'm going to show you how that word is really pronounced. You understand? I'm going to show you how that word is pronounced. Shalom, Mario Dominguez. I see you, mighty man. Barack when I said only that so-called comedian Godfrey be trying to act like an Israelite because it makes him more money. Godfrey full on has assimilated himself into nigger culture. He thinks he grew up in Chicago, you understand, and that he's been around black people for so long that he's one of us. And like the sister Barack when I was saying, he understands it's profitable to be us and not be African. You understand? He understands that very well. There's nothing profitable about African culture. Nobody wants to be an African. Nobody envies Africans. Everybody wants to be black. I'm going to show you that word we just read in Acts. I'm going to show you how that word is pronounced. And I'm going to show you why that's important, why it's significant. You understand? Let me see. Acts 13. Right? Okay. It's on YouTube. You don't see it? Okay. Okay. So now we go to the word for you. Now, here's how this word is pronounced, what we just read. And when y'all hear this word, I want you to type in the chat, what does this sound like? You understand? Don't think too hard about it. Just type in the chat when you hear this, what word does this sound like?
Strong's G 3526. Niger. Niger.
I'll give it to you again. Type in the chat, what word does this sound like?
Strong's G 3526. Niger. Niger.
I'll do it one more time. You understand? This is spiritual. And I'm going to show you why it's spiritual.
Strong's G 3526. Niger. Niger.
Of course, because we are speaking English, the original language this comes from is the Greek, is the Latin. You understand? And in Latin, it's not pronounced Niger. You understand? It's pronounced what he just said. One more time for effect's sake.
Strong's G 3526. Niger. Niger.
Right? That's how you say it. Niger. Niger. Let me see what everybody's saying. Shapara said the N word with the hard R. That's what I heard. The N word with the hard R. Simba said nigga. Trooper Shalat said us. That's true. Yaquar said nigga. Yashar said the N word. Hakayan Karab. Shalom too, mighty man, said nigga. Adiyanah said nigga. You understand? That's what I heard. And it's the reason why it sounds so similar, because that's where the word nigger comes from.
Yeah.
You understand? The word nigger comes from nigger. Nigger comes from niger. You understand? Which is the Latin word that means what? Anybody know what niger means, or niger? You understand?
Is the Latin word that means what? Anybody know what niger means?
Anybody know what that word? There you go. Officer One Yala, Princess Nizam, Ishab Anah, Hakayan Karab. That's correct. Black. That word means black. We were taught to believe that nigger and nigger means a ignorant black person, a ghetto black person, unruly black person, when that's not true. The word only means black. That's why in Spanish, its counterpart is negro. Niger, niger, negro, nigger, nigger, black. It just means black. Go ahead, Shapat.
Also nigre.
Yes, the water, or negre. And I believe that's French, or one of them. This is important because, again, Africans don't call themselves black. Have you seen East Indians, brother? There are East Indians that are dark like us. They don't call themselves black. There are dark-skinned Aborigines in Australia and New Guinea, all over the world. They don't call themselves black. We are not the only dark-skinned people on the face of the earth. I don't know if y'all know that. Black, so-called black people are not the only dark-skinned people on the face of the earth. But somehow the title black gets attributed to us. It's what has always been the case. We are the people in the Bible. The people that are called niggers today, the people that are called niggers today are the direct descendants of the people that were called black or niger in the Bible. That's us. Those are our forefathers, our family members, not Africans, not the Jewish man. The proof is, brother, Africans, if you ever meet a first generation African that's coming over here from Africa, they do not let you call them a nigger at all. Now, it's kind of muddied now because a lot of Africans you meet are second, third, fourth generation Africans, like Godfrey. Godfrey would love to be called a nigger. Godfrey thinks he's a nigger, so he doesn't see the offense because he's assimilated. Listen to Godfrey talk about his parents when they first moved over here. You couldn't call no African a nigger because Africans knew that is them. We not niggers. That's these black people right here. Yeah, that's us. We are the niggers. We are the niggers, the nigers, the negros. You understand? That's us. and the people in the Bible are us. You understand? That's who it's talking to. So when you read in the Bible how the prophets are black, it doesn't mean they're African. It means that they are Israelites because we come from two different forefathers. If I go in the comments and find the comment where Shannon said how we are all Shem, he said something about us all being Shem. That's a lie. You understand? That's an uneducated lie. We're not all from Shem. And I'm going to prove it to you right here. You understand? If y'all haven't done so, y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, like and share the like and share the stream. Let's push this truth. Let's push this truth. We got to do our part. If you don't know, man, by now, we have enemies trying to destroy what we're doing. And they're fighting tooth and nail to stop this truth. You can't stop the truth. You understand? This is the Lord's program. You understand? You found the comment? Shalom, not about I see you. Shalom, Trooper Nasawan. Let me see. Let me find it for you. Let me see. Let me see. Say it again. No, it's on YouTube. Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. It's right here. Right here. Let me see. Let me find it for y'all. Make sure y'all like and share the show. Okay, here we go. He says, Shannon Nelson, the one who called us coons for denying Africa, said, I think we are Shemites that all originate from Africa. That can't be the case. There's so many things wrong with that. And I'm going to show you why there's so many things wrong with that. Please get me. Shabbat, do you have your Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary? Please, young man, give me Genesis chapter 9, verse 18. Shalom, Trooper Leviathan, I see you. Simba said we should start calling them blue people. Okay, I understand. Blue, listen, call these heathens by their colors. We the only one that's, if we black, Africans are purple. You understand? White people are pink or red, like the Bible calls them. You understand? Go ahead. Yeah, they a multitude of colors, brother. They definitely are. They are the real colored people. If we black, then everybody else get a color too. You Africans are purple, blue, black, as we used to say. You understand? You white people are swine pink. Swine pink. Yeah, swine pink, not the regular pink. You understand that girls wear is nice. Swine pink. Go ahead, Shapop. Excuse me. I say blurple. Blurple is another one. You definitely could use that one. You understand? I'm Priest and Officer 5000 Kazaka Ahmad. You understand? Excuse me. This is I.S.U.P.K, Washington, D.C. Tonight is the Tuesday night brotherhood class. And the topic of tonight's class is all of America's heroes are racist. All of America's heroes are racist. Prove me wrong. You understand? Shalom Tashara, I see you. Princess Nazam said violet. Damn. Violet sound a little too nice. You understand? Purple sound offensive. Yeah, violet sound a little too friendly. Yeah, these people are violet now. These niggas purple, blue, purple, blurple. Right? What we got? Genesis 9. Please.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 9, verse 18. And the sons of Noah that went forth of the ark were Shem and Ham. Shem and Ham.
You ain't got to put an accent. He trying to be deep with it. The brother speaking a different language. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Nah, brother, we niggas. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, read it again, please.
And the sons of Noah that went forth on the ark were Shem. You got it right. Ham and Japheth. Japheth.
That's right. You understand?
Ham is the father of Canaan.
Right. So stop right there. So now what we're reading about is after the flood, There were only 8 people that survived the flood. And for those that believe the Bible is a book of fairy tales and it's not real, explain to me why every culture on the earth has a great flood story in their history. Explain that to me. You can look this up. The East Indians, the Arabs, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Africans. Every race, every culture has. We got that link so they can check in. Okay, coming to you, Rico. Rico and Sonny Yahanna coming to you. Explain to me why every culture has a great flood story all across the earth. At some point, you got to say there's no such thing as coincidence. Everybody has the same story because it's history. It happened. It affected all these people, and every nation on the earth can draw their history back to the same people. Noah, his 3 sons, and their wives were the only 8 people to survive this flood. You understand? Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Every nation on the face of the earth today, every race of people, that's what the word nation means in the Bible, not country. Nation in the Bible means race. And every race can trace their lineage back to one of these 3 sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, or Japheth. Shannon Nelson said he believes we are all Shemites. That's not true. You understand? We can't all be Shemites. And I'll show you in the Bible that Africans do not come from Shem. Africans come from Ham. Shapa, you got the Zondervan. You can have the brother. You can pass to the young man, have him read it, please. Ham and that Zondervan Bible dictionary. Shell said, our Haitian brother, he's my co-worker and he's a pastor. We was having a talk about the Bible. He said, he not Israel. I asked him to read Songs of Solomon 1 and 5. He read, I am dark and rejected. Yeah, I don't know. He got to get a King James version of that Bible. You Christians, because you're not too intelligent, you gotta get a translation of the Bible that's easy to read. I used to be unintelligent like you too. Don't worry. You understand? I was once an unintelligent Christian. Christians, because you're not too intelligent, you have to get a Bible that reads like a Dr. Seuss book. You understand? You got to get the easiest translation for you because you're not intelligent. The church doesn't teach you to use your mind. And the church doesn't make you stretch and grow your brain and your intelligence. Everything about the church is to make you comfortable. And it's comfortable for you to not learn how to read the most authorized and accurate translation of the Bible, which is the King James. You understand? So because of that, you'll read a version of the Bible that is so far off from the original translation. You understand? I don't know how he got dark and rejected. You got to read the King James version of the Bible. You understand? Simba said, had a boss from Turkey called Japheth. These heathens have all them devil names from the book. You'll find that a lot. You understand? Zania, I hope I'm saying your name right. Or Zania, how can I move into the process to stop smoking completely? That's an excellent question, sis. I have a question for you, and I'm going to give you what you need. What city are you in, sis? Zania or Zania? I hope I'm saying it right. Just tell me what city are you in, and I'm going to give you exactly what you need. Officer Nwanyala says, Shalom, Lord in Christ, says Salaki. What verse says that Noah warned the people? Because I don't see it in Genesis chapter 6 or 7. So did the Lord not want him to warn the people? I'll get it for you, mighty man. Shell said, I let him see KJV. I am black, and he still rejected. Yeah, he's going to reject it because when you go into the Bible, what you'll find out, and this is a hard thing that I had to find out when I came into the truth. Christians hate God. Right. Christians hate Christ. And Christians could give a damn about what's in black and white in that Bible. And I can prove it to you. I've proved it so many times since I've been in here. When you open the Bible and then you go into what it says, they'll disregard it. Well, oh, that's what it is. Whatever. They could care less. They'll say that's your interpretation. That's your opinion. That's not the case. You understand? It's only one interpretation, and Christians don't care. If it doesn't align with Christianity, which is what they have been taught to feel good, they reject it. And that's why Christianity is the religion of the Antichrist. Christianity is Antichrist. Go ahead, Shapat.
Can they click on the link? Is it coming up as a link?
It only came up on Facebook.
It didn't come up on YouTube?
It didn't come up on YouTube. Let me see if I might have to do it.
No.
All right, please read what you got, Ham. Nice and loud. So now here's the proof that Africans are not Shemites. Black people and Africans are not the same people. Read what you have, please, mighty man. Tell them what book we reading.
This is the Compact Bible Dictionary.
That's right. This is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. These are study tools that all of you can go out and buy yourself. These aren't special spooky books. You understand? These are books you can go on Amazon right now and order 5 of them if you wanted to. You understand? You can get this information. It's been here. It's been here forever. We didn't create this. This is not new. It's been here the entire time we sat in that whorehouse called a Christian church, singing and dancing. Read what you got, please.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah.
So now we describe that Noah and his 3 sons and their wives were the only people to survive the flood. That makes 8 people. Out of Noah's 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, Ham was the youngest of Noah's sons. Keep reading.
Born probably about 96 years before the flood. And one of the 8 persons to live through the flood.
That's what I just said. One of the 8 persons to live through the flood. Keep reading.
He became the genitor.
Progenitor.
One more time.
Read that word one more time.
He became the genitor.
The progenitor. There you go. Now, everybody type, no sweat. You're doing 2 hours. Everybody type in the chat. What does the word progenitor mean? In your own words. If you don't know, just take a guess. Remember, we're a school. We're not a church. You understand? So you don't have to feel embarrassed or ashamed about not knowing something. This is the place where you're supposed to get taught. If not here, then where? You should get mad at the church that they haven't taught these things, because these things matter. Go ahead, my man. Go ahead. You want to give it a shot? Yeah, go ahead.
The prefix pro means before, and genitor is generation. So like the before.
That's correct. When you go down to the Latin, the person that predates or pro could be another Latin for pre. Okay? Okay. The person that came before the generations, meaning the forefather of. You understand? That's right. So anybody that said, let me see. Shell said father. Trooper Shala said beginner. Trooper Lewiathan said father. Simba said father. Shapala said leader. Barbara Prasad said father of. Tapa said descendant of. Kakayan said start of. Yashab Nam said create. The word you want to go with is the father of or the forefather. That's what a progenitor is. You understand? The forefather of. The father of. Ham is the forefather of the people we are getting ready to read about right now. Please.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
Of who?
The dark races.
The dark races. Here's what you don't understand, because you weren't taught anything. Black people and Africans are not the only dark people on the damn face of the earth. Every race of people have dark people.
Right.
Every single one. You don't see it because the world is ran by white people, and so anything light or white is what's looked at to be promoted in media. If you go to these nations and you actually travel, you would find out, brother, that everybody has dark skin. The white man is the only race that doesn't have dark skin like all the other nations. There are dark-skinned people in every race. So now, does that mean Ham was the forefather of all the dark-skinned people on the face of the earth? No. Here's who Ham is the forefather of. Ham was the forefather of the dark races. Go ahead.
Ham became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negro.
Not the who?
the Negro.
Not the who?
Not the Negro.
Now we just went into the etymology of Niger and what that word means. Negro is another word that means black. The Negroes. In Spanish, negro. In Latin, niger or niger. In English, nigger or nigger. Ham is the forefather of the dark races, not the niggers. To put it plain, not niggers. You understand who we getting ready to read about? Oh, Ham. These people come from Ham, but not niggers. So if you a nigga, this does not pertain to you. Ham is not your forefather. Thank the Lord for being a nigga, and give that a hand. I want a shirt that say that. Thank the Lord, I'm a nigga, brother. Woo, because you could have been so many other things. That's right, Sabalawan. That's right. You understand? He said, thank the Lord, I am not a nigga. I am not, excuse me. Thank the Lord that I am a nigga. That's a shirt. I'll wear that proud because forget about it. You could have been one of them other jungle dark races. Right. Damn. Read what you got, please.
Not the Negro.
Not the Negroes.
Not the Negroes.
Go ahead. No sweat.
Not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, Canaanites.
Canaanites.
His indecency.
Indecency. You can start right there. What we just read is Ham is the forefather of the Africans. Start run it down again from right at the not the Negroes. Ham is the forefather of these people. Go ahead.
The Egyptians.
Start right there. The Egyptians, those people that you see in Egypt today are not the real Egyptians. Those light-skinned people you see in Egypt are not the Egyptians. The original Egyptians are the people in South Sudan. If you want to see what a real Egyptian looks like, type in the people of South Sudan today. They were kicked out of the land by the Greeks. You understand? Those people that live in the land of Egypt today are the product of white colonization or white colonialism. Alexander the Greek, who history calls Alexander the Great, he conquered North Africa, Egypt being North Africa. And the real Egyptians of ancient times were pushed south out of Egypt. They are the South Sudanese people today. You understand? If you look at those South Sudanese people, brother, they are blurple. That's what we were saying. They are blue. They're violet. For the sisters that said violet. You understand? Those original Egyptians are a dark-skinned people. You understand? Excuse me. They come from Ham. Keep reading. Salaki.
Ethiopians.
The Ethiopians, another race of people that are dark-skinned. They like to say in history, Ethiopia was the only African nation to not be conquered. That's a lie, and that's easily disproved. The Italians conquered the Ethiopians. They went, and them Italian men came over, and they had sex with all them Ethiopian women. And still to this day, most Ethiopians, real Ethiopians, are dark-skinned. If you meet some down on U Street driving them taxis, stinking up the whole joint, you'll see them. A real Ethiopian is dark-skinned. You understand? Of course, you got some light-skinned ones, but a lot of the ones that you see on TV in the land now that are light-skinned are the product of, again, white colonization. Say it again. They won't let you do it? Okay. Okay. Send me you got it on your phone? Please send me the link to my Facebook Messenger. Right? Ethiopians, Egyptians, the Libyans, another dark-skinned people. You see Muammar Gaddafi. Some of y'all don't even know who I'm talking about. Muammar Gaddafi was a light-skinned leader of Libya. The original Libyans don't look like Muammar Gaddafi. They're not light-skinned. Muammar Gaddafi was very light-skinned. You understand? Again, these are things you can Google on your own. For time's sake, normally I will give you some visual aid, but I want to get into the topic and into these questions. Obviously, the one y'all got a question I want to address as well. If you have any questions too, type the questions in the chat. We'll get your questions. that light skin in Libya comes from the conquest of the white man and the Arabs. You understand? The white man and the Arabs conquered much of North Africa. So all that light skin you see today in Africa is a product of that. The original Africans of these lands are dark skinned. The Ethiopians, the Egyptians, the Libyans. Keep reading.
And the Canaanites.
The Canaanites. You understand? These are all dark skinned people. That's who they are. Black people, niggas, if we don't come from Ham, what does that mean? We got to find out now. Well, out of Noah's 3 sons, if black people, Negroes, niggas, if we don't come from Ham, that means we have to come from Shem or Japheth. And then when you go into the Bible, you'll find out we come from Shem, the water Shabbat. We come from Shem. Black people, Negroes, niggas are the direct descendants of King David, the direct descendants of King Solomon, the direct descendants of the same tribe that Jesus Christ was from. We are Shemites. That's who we are. Africans could never be an Israelite because they don't come from Shem. They don't come from Shem. You understand? Our Wadi said Manute Bol was of the Dinka tribe who are blue South Sudanese today. Young man, I think Shapat trying to get your attention. You understand? That's correct. Shannon Nelson says, so you telling me you never been attracted to an African with a, oh, he trying to say a nyash. That's that nasty word they use for a backside, for a butt. He even call it a nyash. That don't even sound appealing. I don't want a woman with a nyash. I like my woman with ash. I don't know what all that nyash is. You understand? No, I've never been attracted to an African, period. With or without, whatever. With money, without money, with a nyash, without a nyash, with foo-foo, without the foo-foo, with a goosey, without a goosey. You understand? Go ahead, Shapat.
And I always say, like, it's crazy because, you know, fried chicken came down our generation. Our grandmothers and all that made fried chicken.
That's right.
In the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And all the other recipes, we don't have a food recipe.
No, brother.
How can that make it over?
Brother, black people don't have a food that we don't chew and just swallow. That's how you know they're not our people. Anybody, did y'all know that? Did you know Africans, there's certain foods Africans have, they tell you, you're not supposed to chew it. You're supposed to put it in your mouth and swallow. Pause. You understand? You know those not our people. Brother, black people, all our food is chewable. You understand? We made this for you to hell, we get mad when you just swallow the food like, damn, nigga, chew it, taste it. You know, I put some love into that. Slow down and chew it. Let it marinate in your mouth a little bit. Africans, you got to swallow that trash, that Play-Doh garbage. Come on, you got to put your hands and they want to show you how to do it because they're so proud of their culture. Africans, you should be proud of your culture. The problem is your culture, just like every other heathen, is beneath, is inferior to the culture of God's people, the Israelites. Africans want to sit there and show you. See, you gotta. I remember I was working at some slave brother, and some African wanted to show me. He wanted me so bad to try his fufu and his goosey soup. I was like, nigga, I'm not trying it. I'm not trying it. I see how it looks. I see how you smell. You understand? I'm not eating it. And he trying to show me. Look. You have to take your hand in it and scoop it. Then you get some fufu. You grab it. They doing all this shit here with the Play-Doh. Get some of this here. Get your nice ball and roll it up. It's like there's a lot going on in that hand of yours. You roll it and then take it, dip it in the goosey, and then you just put it in your mouth and swallow it. No thanks. I'm good. You understand? Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with eating African food. I know there's a lot of brothers, not a lot, but I know there's brothers and sisters that some of you may like that peanut butter soup and the goosey and the fufu. More power to you. It's not a sin. It's not unlawful. As for me in my house, there will be no fufu in my house. You understand? So, Shannon, no, they're not our people. You understand? I know you want them to be our people, but the Bible says they are not. Right? Shannon said, if the so-called Native Americans are Israel, why did they come from Siberia? Prove they come from Siberia. The Native Americans do not come from Siberia the same way Africans don't come from Asia. Say it again. Well, he can't help his ignorance. You understand? Some people can't help it. And really, what I'm learning is it's not a lot of people's fault, man. Like, really, we got to blame the white man for being such a devil. Because that's right. That's who we got to blame. It is not Shannon's fault. He's ignorant. Now, if I tell Shannon the truth and he continues to believe what he believes, now he's ignorant and it's his fault. But the white man has lied to us about everything. The Native Americans didn't cross over the Siberian Peninsula, you understand, to come over here. They're not from Siberia. That's a lie. The people that are Siberian are the Eskimos. You understand? Those are Siberians, or whatever you want to call them. Those are not Israelites. Those are not Native Americans. Native Americans are Israelites from the tribes of Gad and Simeon. Excuse me, Gad and Reuben. Go ahead, mighty man.
What's the brother's name? Swati.
Mm-hmm.
Can you have him look up the definition of native?
He's not gonna do that, brother. He again, all he has to understand is he should just take my word for it. Just take my word for it. Shannon Nelson, no, just trust that you can do two things. You can take my word for it that I know what I'm talking about, or you can prove me wrong. I'm up for both. I love both. You understand? Okay, Zania says she's in Bladensburg. You right down the street. Zania, here's how you stop smoking. You get in contact with the school that is right down the street from you. You understand, Zania? We are right where you at. You said you're in Bladensburg. You are a hop, skip, and a jump away from the school in D.C. Zania, I'm going to tell you a personal story. My entire adult life smoked before I came into the truth. My entire adult life. You understand? Since I was 18. I've been smoking since I was 18 before I came into the school. And I tried many times to quit. You know what I'm saying? I smoked many different things too. I ain't gonna tell y'all. I want y'all looking at me like this nigga was crazy. I smoked many different things. You understand? In my ignorance, in my darkness in the world. And I thought that I would never, that it wasn't even possible for me to stop smoking. I tried many times. I could not do it on my own. You understand? I tried praying, tried reading my Bible. I tried a certain program that they had. Nothing could help me stop smoking. It wasn't until I got in here and I came around men and women of the Lord where for the first time I was actually able, what's that? Yeah, let me see what we got. I ain't got $1 million, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see what we working with. No, I know that. It wouldn't be in here. I'm seeing, please, if I could. Yeah. Smell good too. Israelite made this. An Israelite made this, brother, not an African. I'm tasting the top part of the wrapper, brother. Ooh-wee, good night. African woman can't do this. You understand? You can keep all that foo-foo. Foo-foo is foo-foo. You understand? That's what we mean for fugazi, garbage. Right? The only way I was able to stop smoking, what's that? I'm too wild on that. Y'all gonna have me, I'm gonna stop the class and we can turn it to a feast day. Right? Give all the sisters that cook and the brothers and sisters that cook a hand, man. On the side note, sisters, that's what you should go ahead. No, I'm too wild. What the white man has robbed from us is a purpose. Sisters, you don't have a purpose outside of yourself. And when you don't have a purpose outside of yourself, you'll see that you'll start to pick up destructive habits. You ever hear women say, "My child saved my life"? You ever heard that? I mean, that's a beautiful thing when you hear it, because for some women, they just needed a thing to live for. They needed a purpose outside of themselves. And I've seen this happen. There are sisters, brother, who they had a child, and because their life no longer was about them, they were able to change drastically. Now, they're not in the truth, but you were able to see how they were able to change better than what they were before, simply from having a purpose outside of themselves. Sisters and brothers alike, you have to have a purpose in life that is bigger than your life. If not, you will pick up destructive habits. If not, you will destroy yourself. Your life has to be about serving other people. If your life is not about serving other people, you're going to serve yourself. And the problem is, what yourself wants is not good for your spirit. You understand? What the flesh wants goes against the spirit, and what the spirit wants goes against the flesh. That means you have to deny your flesh. And denying your flesh meaning I have to serve something greater than me. I have to dedicate my life to something outside of me. And that's a hard concept to understand, because the church and religion in the white man's society has taught us that everything in life has to be about you. Damn, y'all got me want to try this pie now. Hold on. God damn, the brother digging in, my daughter digging in. It's a bottle of wine and a sister. Damn, hold on. Hold on, man. Somebody read something while I try this. Hold on. Everybody got quiet up in here. Y'all can't see it. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. No, let them finish. Y'all just let it be silent for a second. Sure. Ain't nothing wrong with some silence. Hold on. I dedicate this bite to all the Africans out there. All the starving kids in Africa. Mm. Woo. Mm-hmm. See, we said at the same time. Good night, brother. I gotta wait for this. You ain't gonna have me up here embarrassing myself. You're gonna have me up here calling me a heathen the way I'm about to eat this pie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a white only pie. That's right, now. That's a white only pie. That pie tastes good. Right, I ain't supposed to have it. I'm gonna wait to eat that one. That's excellent, right? So now, Maria said, so that's a hard pill to swallow when you were raised the wrong way, thinking it's the right way. Grateful that my husband found I.S.U.P.K. That's right. Give young man Mario Dominguez and his wife Maria a hand. That's you damn right, sis. You understand? That's the right way to be. Like, it takes a lot to admit that in your entire life, as you know, it was wrong. Brother, when I first heard the truth, I fought against it. I would watch the videos getting high and I would cuss out the videos. Man, shut the fuck up. Why these niggas yelling? You ask our Wadi, brother, I used to talk big shit about the videos. Why the nigga dressed like that? Brother, there was a cat in here. I could talk about him because he ain't here no more. He had a funny voice. You understand? I used to talk about his voice all the time. Why that nigga voice sound like that? You understand, brother? I would find any reason to talk about the videos, because it was easier for me to fight against it versus to me to look inward and say, everything you thought you knew was wrong. Everything that you thought was right is wrong. It was so hard for me to do that. And eventually, the more I listened, I started to realize you can't fight this. You can't fight it. I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up, everything that they say, and trying to find the lie and prove it wrong. And everything that I looked up was true. They were right about everything. And brother, I went through the 7 stages of grief. I was sad, I was depressed, and I was angry. I was angry for so long because it's like, how could I have sat in this church for my entire childhood, for all these years, and have been so far away from God? When I thought I was getting closer to God, when I thought I was living the best I could be, when I thought I had a personal relationship, it was garbage. And the quickest way, the faster we can admit that we had it wrong in the church, the quicker and the easier it will be to accept the truth. And you have to. You understand? Go ahead, Shapat.
I'm thinking about it because I remember telling you that Captain Kazan crossed the line. You know, the power that they had to cut them pastors and Muslim imams and all that. I wanted that power. That's what brought me the truth. Truthfully,
that's right.
But also the fact that they kept saying that they were saying that I'm God's chosen and God only loves me.
That's right. Oh yeah.
It wasn't hard for me, but just accept that.
Yeah, right.
I wanted to believe that.
Yeah.
I always knew I was special.
You said wait. Right. That's how I was like. Hold on. You said I was God's special. What? You said I'm special. Can't argue with that, nigga. That's bad. That I agreed. I was like, yeah, I knew that. I knew that off the top, man. I knew it was something special about me. Yeah, the problem is a lot of our people, brother, will hear that and fight against it because the church has given us so low self-esteem. Right. Shannon Nelson said, Black people are the true indigenous to the Americas, the copper-colored Indians. See, now you all over the place. Because are we African or are we indigenous to the Americas? Do you know? Maybe you may not know what the word indigenous means. Somebody give me the definition of indigenous. See, Shannon, now I'm not making fun of you. I just want you to see that you're all over the place, man. You're confused about a lot of things, and I'm trying to help you. You called us coons earlier for denying Africa. Why are we a coon for denying Africa if we're indigenous Americans? Right. You're not making sense, Shannon. You have to explain something to me. Please read what the word indigenous means.
Indigenous refers to the original inhabitants of a place and their descendants who maintain distinct cultures, social systems, and strong link to their ancestral land.
Yeah. Indigenous means we were not in Africa. If you believe Black people are the true indigenous of America, then how can you say we're African?
Right.
He said, because the migration, we populated the whole earth. Do you know what the word indigenous means? If you're saying that we are indigenous to the Americas, there is no room for us to be Africans. Because if we're indigenous to America, even if we went to Africa, what would that still make us? Indigenous Americans. Just like Africans, when they come to America, are still Africans. Come on, Shannon. I ain't going to no scriptures. I'm killing you on logic. There's bad logic here, Shannon. So are we African or are we indigenous Americans? Just answer that for me. Are Black people indigenous Americans or are Black people Africans, Shannon? Please help me get some understanding. I'm not above learning. Go ahead, Shapat. No sweat, no sweat. Let's get Officer Nwanya out of question. He had an excellent question about Noah. Right, let me see. Oh, so to answer Zania's question, Zania, what you have to do is come get in class. I'm sorry, I kind of got thrown off with it. That was the point. Zania, the way you stop smoking, the way you stop any affliction, you understand, is to surround yourself where the Holy Spirit resides. That's the one thing that we were missing, that I was missing. You can't do anything and be successful without the Lord. Give me this precept, young man, please. Give me this precept. Psalms 127, verse 1. Let me get Officer Nwanya a question. Where it go?
Psalms 127, verse 1.
Please. Okay, he said, what verse says that Noah warned the people? Because I don't see it in Genesis chapter 6 or 7. So did the Lord not want him to warn the people? Excellent question. All right. Okay. Please read what you got.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 27, verse 1. Except the Lord build the house, thy labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in vain.
Read it again, please.
Except the Lord build the house, thy labor in vain that build it.
Except the Lord build your house, you labor in vain for building it. Meaning, if you are trying to build anything, and if it's not built on the Lord, the word vain means nothing. You're building it for nothing. It's not going to last. Whether it be a marriage, whether it be a business, whether it be anything, any personal goals you have. If the Lord isn't the foundation of what you try to build, you build it for nothing. You know why? It's not going to stand. You build it on a rocky foundation. The water Wadi. That's definitely the perfect precept that we're gonna go to. Officer Wadi got the precept you need to show that Noah warned the people. You understand? If you do, you got it. You got one. That's too wide. If you don't build with the Lord being the foundation, it's going to fail. And that's the problem that we make in the world, where we do things and we think that the Lord is supposed to just fix it on the back end. A lot of Christians, they live their life doing that. Where they make their own decision in their mind. And then somehow the Lord supposed to come on the back end and make it work. Well, I know God got me. No, he don't. No, he don't. Because if you would have built it on the Lord, you would have never have done this. If you would have done it based off of what God said, you would have never done this. You can't not include the Lord in the decision-making process to build and then expect him to keep what you expect for him to protect and keep what you built without him. It don't work like that. You understand? You got to have the Lord at the beginning as the foundation of what you build. If not, you build it for nothing. And I say that to say, anybody that wants to fight any demon, smoking, violence, porn, homosexuality, lesbianism, stealing. A lot of you sisters used to steal. Y'all try to get me to stop from saying that. I'm not gonna stop saying that, brother. Say it again. Nah. I don't know what's going on with it. Brother, now some of you sisters type with yes in the chat if you used to steal. I'm playing, don't do that. That's a trick question. I'm playing, don't tell on yourself. For some reason, brother, sisters in their youth, a lot of Black and Hispanic women had a thing for stealing. I don't know if it's the thrill or what. You understand? But whatever it is that you're going through, man, you can fight it. But you have to have the Lord as the basis. You can't do it on your own. As much as you fight and will, you can't do it on your own. You understand? You have to be able to say, I need help. And the fact, Zania, the fact that you in the chat and you asking, you are already on the right track because you're acknowledging that you need help. The help is here amongst your brothers and sisters. You have to surround yourself where the Holy Spirit dwells. You're going to need the Holy Spirit to cast out that demon. You understand? That's how you cast out demons, the Holy Spirit. You understand? And then once you come in here and you get in here long enough and you start to get counsel, there's certain things that you might get counsel where you might have to fast. You might have to fast in order to fight that demon. You understand? Or whatever counsel you're getting here, you'll learn and be taught how to fight that demon. You understand? What we got? Read what you got. No, let's get Hebrews 11:7. And Shapat, you say you had a precept. No, let's get Shapat precept first. For Officer Noah. This is for Noah, him warning the people, and then we're gonna get Officer Arawaj's precept in Hebrews 11:7.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 6, verse 19. And of every living thing of all flesh, 2 of every sort shall thou bring into the ark to keep them alive with thee. They shall be male and female.
Break it down. What's the proof that this is a warning? He was asking about, did the Lord want him to warn the people?
But of all flesh. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm gonna stay right here first.
Mm-hmm.
But of all living flesh, 2 of every sort. You know what I'm saying? Male and female. You know what I'm saying? So that's everything. We're flesh. And then in chapter 7, This might exclude everybody. Of all clean animals. No.
That's a. I wouldn't use that precept just because in this context, it's not referring to people. This is referring to the animals. You understand? It's not referring to the people. This specifically is referring to the animals. But again, you understand I wouldn't use this one. I wouldn't even suggest to try to spin it a certain way to try to use it. The one you need is this one right here, Hebrews 11:7.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 7. By faith, Noah, being warned of God of things not seen as yet, moved with fear.
See, this is what you want to know what faith is. Faith is not a feeling, Christians. Christians always tell you got to see if Zania, that sister, you understand, if she asked a Creflo Dollar, how do I stop smoking? He would have said, Zania, you got to have faith, sister. If you have the faith of a mustard seed, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. Yeah, nigga, what does that mean? What does that look like? They can't tell you. It's everything is a feeling in the church. And that's why nothing gets done. Nothing is accomplished because life is not lived. Nothing is achieved through feelings. You want to get things done. Everything is an action. And faith is an action. The evidence of faith is how you live. You can look at somebody and say, oh, they have faith because they're not doing this or they're doing that. You understand? The evidence of faith is your actions. So Noah was warned of God. You understand? Things that had not been seen yet. Brother, do you know prior to Noah, it had not rained on the earth? That's in the Bible. You can read that. Prior to Noah, it had never rained. All the crops were watered through the dew, the water that comes up from the earth. Could you imagine a man that never seen rain hear the Lord say, I'm going to destroy the earth with rain? You know, that's like somebody be right on the money. Tell me what that's like to believe. Say it again. Tell me what it's like. And if you locked in, you can give me the precept. You can paraphrase. I'm going to give it to you right here. So imagine Noah hearing the Lord said, I'm going to destroy the world with rain. And it never rained before. What's that? What is that like? It might be hard. Nobody probably going to get it. I might probably have to give it to you. That's like right now. Brother, you tell people UFOs are going to come out of the sky and destroy the earth. Everybody gonna laugh at you. You ain't never seen it. That's give no one y'all a hand. That brother locked in. That brother's locked in. He got it. My bad, no one y'all ain't see it. He said to believe we're gonna be saved by UFOs. The water, no one y'all. That's exactly what it's like. Precept, as in the days of Noah, so shall be the coming of man. It says it right in the Bible. The same way nobody could believe that God would destroy everything with rain. Nobody ever seen rain before. What is this nigga talking about? Water falling from the sky. What? You hear this nigga? Water falling from the sky and drowning us? This nigga drunk. Go get a job, nigga. Go. Where your woman at? Why you always out here without your woman? Where your women at? Brother, he heard exactly what we hear. When we tell the world UFOs are going to come out of the fourth dimension and crack the sky, and they are going to destroy this earth and deliver God's people. Oh, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But Noah, having not seen it, moved with fear, meaning Noah didn't have to see rain to have faith and know if God said he was going to do it, I'm going to build this ark out of faith that he's going to do it. That's faith. Faith is not what Noah felt. Faith is Noah building the ark. It's an action. You understand? Keep reading.
Prepared an ark for the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith.
When it says he condemned the world, we do that all the time. We condemn the world all the time. How do we condemn the world? It's okay. How do we condemn the world? You got to understand this to understand. Again, it's the same thing going on right now. How do we condemn the world? What's the proof of our faith right now? If you in the truth, what's the proof of our faith right now? Go ahead.
We in class right now, following the commandments of the Lord.
That's correct, brother. To bring it on to the point, we tell the world God is going to destroy this place. That's how we condemn the world. That's the proof of our faith. We are telling people something that is unbelievable, and we live our lives with the fear of God, even though we've never seen it happen. We live our lives really believing that UFOs are going to come out of the sky and take us up. That's our faith. And we condemn the world. We try to warn the world, repent, turn from the ways of our oppressor. What does the world do? The world mocks, and they ignore, and they turn a blind eye and ear to the truth of God. That's why the Bible says, as in the days of Noah, so shall be the return of man. What was happening in the days of Noah? It says it in the scripture. They were given in marriage. They were eating, drinking, and given in marriage. That's exactly what it says in the precept. People were living their lives as if nothing would change. People were making plans about what they was going to do next year. Plans about going to Jamaica. Plans about the cruise you want to take in the vacation and your girls trip or your passport bros trip. You understand? You making all these plans as if this place is guaranteed to be here. Right, or what? Party time. Your whole life is just part. Oh, brother, this is gonna make me turn to a whole different class. If you are a brother or sister, avoid somebody whose entire life has to be a party. You want to avoid somebody who in their entire life they can't just sit and be bored for a little bit, or they can't go and get a skill. Somebody has to always party. They are not equipped for the time we are in. If you are a woman that's single, do not get a man that has to party all the time. He's not going to be a good leader. If you are a brother that's trying to get another woman, don't get a woman that needs to party all the time. The Bible calls that woman a light woman. She's a light woman, not in skin tone. Light meaning she's not deep. She's not heavy. You understand? She doesn't have substance to her. You need a woman of substance, brother, to help weather this storm that we are in. Because the Lord said, as in the days of Noah, everybody's going to be partying, drinking, enjoying life, looking forward to the next weekend. Everybody's living for the weekend, looking forward to the next party. Nigga, it's real life problems going on right now. Hispanic children are being snatched and sex trafficked by the white man. Black children, every time I turn around, Facebook show me another black child that's missing. Type a yes or no in the chat if within the past 30 days you have seen a post of a missing black or Hispanic child. Type in the chat yes or no. If in the past 30 days you have seen a post on social media of a missing black or Hispanic child. Go ahead, young mighty man.
On Instagram, I see at least once a week, maybe twice.
Right.
Across multiple people's stories across the states, even some in the area.
Exactly. All the time, brother. To the point, brother, okay, I have to stop myself from doing this. Brother, I'll see the missing and I'll scroll real fast because I don't want to see it. I have to see it because it's my job as a prophet to feel that. But the feeling that I get to know that it's another missing child, brother, because I'm not desensitized, because my heart has been softened for the troubles of our people, and the UPK has softened my heart. It's not a small thing for me to see that. And so a lot of times I catch myself wanting to scroll real fast so I don't feel the feelings that come with it. You shouldn't do that. You should feel everything that comes with seeing that. You should not turn a blind eye to the pain and suffering of our people. Let yourself feel that, because that is what makes us human. And that is what you need to be inspired to dedicate your life to something greater than you. How can you have a purpose greater than you when your whole life is about not being uncomfortable? I don't want to see that. That makes me uncomfortable. Well, go enjoy life then. Go eat and dance and party. Our life is dedicated to addressing the uncomfortable because that's what this is about. And when Christ returns, brother, oh, forget about it. And so let's look at all these yeses in the chat. You're sharp enough, says Salaka said, what would be our arc today? The arc today would be the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. That is the arc today. You understand? If anybody that is watching, it would behoove you to get in contact with the camp leader closest to you in the city near you. Get in the ark. Get in the lifeboat. I'm coming to you, Shapaka. Give me 1 second. Barack Wanah said she's seen it. Arawadia, Ida Yana, Chuba Shalat, Mario Dominguez, Yapaya, Maria, Lenny Campbell, Bobby Prasad, Shalom Sathar, I see you. Bobby Prasad said at Walmart posted up on their wall. They don't even do they still do that? They do? I remember being a kid, brother, and my mom used to make it a point to make us look at that wall. You see that? Look, we checking out. We were ready to go. We didn't sat and walked around this damn store with you for 2 hours. And then you didn't finally checked out and we hit and bagged all these groceries. And now here you go wanting to show us this wall of all these missing kids. And brother, she made it a point to show us, look at that wall, all the posters on this bulletin board of all the kids that look like you, that look like me, are missing. It's been like that, brother, forever. It's been like that forever. Barack Wanah said, here in Toronto, there are a whole lot of Israelite teenagers that have gone missing this year. Something is going on, and the Lord gonna reveal it as this place falls, brother. This is people are not just going missing like this. It's like it doesn't make sense. You understand? If you understand the white man is a devil, brother, I'm going to put a good amount of money that the white man is stealing and kidnapping our people. I mean, it's so many of our children missing. Right, and it's no Amber Alert. It's because it's a lot. I ain't gonna go into no conspiracies. I ain't gonna go into what I think. We don't do conspiracies. Arawadi said another word for constant party goers is reveler. That's correct. Also, Arawadi, that's in the Bible. The Bible speaks against revelers, people who your entire life is to party. Brother, I done met many women like that before. You understand? And I wish the old me would have never met those type of women because they were a waste of time and resources and energy. You understand? Partying all the time. And I know sisters may have met men like that before, or a man like that before, where his whole life was about having fun. As a man, it's certain things that women get a pass at doing that men just don't. I'm gonna just tell you the truth. You understand? Women have a higher propensity to need fun. And so there's certain things as men, you understand, you allow and you overlook. As a man, if you're a man that need fun all the time, you should really self-examine yourself. You should really look at yourself and say, I am someone that needs to work on my masculinity. Like as a man, you want something that you want to be known as serious. You understand? Not to say you can't joke and stuff like that. I'm saying you can't be a man worth taking serious if your whole life is looking for fun. What are you, some girl? Some teenage girl, you looking for fun all the damn time? Ooh, y'all, let's have a men's sleepover. You say, now how does that sound? As a grown man, let's have a men's night out, y'all. Let's have a sleepover. Let's dress in cute pajamas. That's how you sound when you're looking for fun. Yeah, really. That's the way I was looking for. I got an idea for all the homies. Let's all get onesies and then get a bottle. And then let's do dance challenges. Let's have a night where we just all do dance challenges, brother. No, you see how that sounds? There's certain things women get a pass with, and even then, you still got to put a bridle on that. You understand? You still got to put a bridle on it. Where it's like, okay, baby, life ain't all about fun and girls' nights and parties. There's serious things going on. but especially for a man. If you're a man looking for fun, that's how you sound. I'm just telling you right now. You might as well go get a onesie and some sweet wine, real good sweet wine. You understand? Go ahead, Shapop.
In the world, he is not getting called ever again when we do go out. And then, and the truth, I'm taking him to counsel immediately. I'm gonna pull it to the side. They're gonna further. We have to go to counsel.
Yeah, because now the demon on me is looking at you suspect. You understand? And I need that demon off of me so I don't hurt you. You understand? Because what is going on? Right? This is what was happening during Noah's time. Nobody took the warning serious. They were warned. Noah was warning them. Noah was saying the world is going to end. God is going to flood this place. Noah was condemning the world. The same way we condemn the world right now. They didn't listen. Exactly what God said would happen, happened. As in the days of Noah, so shall be the return of the Son of Man. Everything that you hear us say that is going to happen is going to happen. You take that and do what you will. Sharp said, yeah, the milk cartons. I remember that too. He's put the milk cartons. It was so bad they got to put the missing kids on milk cartons while you trying to eat cereal. Now you depressed. You understand? You depressed eating Lucky Charms because now you're looking at this poor face that look like yours missing on the back of the damn milk. We live in hell, man. It would behoove you to find somebody that is serious. Find somebody that is serious in life and that can handle, you understand, the troubles that we're going through because they're not going to be able to weather the storm. Go ahead, Shapop.
I might have missed it. So that Hebrews 11:7, by which he condemned the world was the part that let you know he told everything.
That's correct. Him condemning the world is him warning the world. Just by saying the precept you can use is the times of old where they have prophesied the destructions of kingdoms. Prophets have just prophesied. I'll get it for you. In the meantime, we're going to go to the topic. Samuel Manley, he back. Ghana King, he crying again. You African sympathizers love coming over here crying. How are we false prophets, Samuel? You mad because I was talking about your stinking foo-foo? Foo-foo's nasty, Sam. I'm sorry. It's nasty. You understand, Sam? Let me show you something. Where that plate at? Hand me one of those plates, please. I gotta get a little carnal. You understand? Sometimes they don't understand. They don't understand scriptures. They understand what this. Yeah. This is mine. I'm gonna take this one home, so don't even worry about it. See, Sam. First of all, while you calling yourself the Ghana King, they don't got this in Ghana, Sam. You can't even see it. They don't have this in Ghana, Sam. I'm going to sample it for you right now, Sam. Just to confirm, they don't have this. This right here, Sam, this is a chicken wing. This is not monkey meat. This is not a monkey knuckle because Israelites don't eat monkey knuckles. You understand? We don't eat bush meat. God told us we can't do that. This right here, Sam, is a chicken wing. You heard that crunch sound? You said we false prophets. This is not a false chicken wing. This is the real deal, Sam. That's chicken. I'm gonna do some of the mac and cheese for you, Sam. Hold on. That's mac and cheese right there. The shells. You understand? I prefer the macaroni. You know, the loops. The shells is good too. Go ahead, Shapot.
And nothing on that plate when you just swallow.
Yeah.
You know, right.
You see how I'm showing it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Can't do that with fufu. You got to swallow fufu. Watch this. This is mac and cheese, Sam. Goddamn. I'm not even gonna do the cabbage. You know what I'm saying? Sam, I know you're upset because I talked about Africans and their food and their culture. Sam, if you are an African, you should love your culture. You should embrace your culture. You should do it. Just don't get mad at us for loving our culture and embracing our culture. You understand? Like, why is everybody else allowed to be proud of who they are? Why is everybody else allowed to have so much pride in their food and pride in them being special? and pride in everything about them. But somehow we have to be so just small. Excellent word. So small about who we are. Nigga, please. This plate is better than anything coming out the stinking land of Ghana.
Right.
This plate right here. This plate is better than anything coming out of Nigeria. This plate is better than anything coming out of your mama's kitchen. You understand? Because I'm allowed to have pride in my people. Italians believe their food is better than everybody's. Am I lying? No, I'm not lying. You Africans think your fufu is excellent. You want everybody to try. You think your peanut butter soup is excellent, and you think your culture is excellent. Why the hell are we not allowed to be so strong and proud about our culture? Yeah, you can keep that humble BS for somebody else. I'm not going to be humble about being God's people. Ever. We've been humble serving somebody else's culture this entire time, and now we finally find out who we are, and we got to be small and humble. African, please. I'm about to call him a nigga. African, please. Go ahead, Shapat.
He coming back from, like a month or something ago for his check and Turkey, you know what I'm saying? But I was wondering why, I think he dabbles in going in IUIC rooms and all that. They accept that over there. But even with them, why you keep lingering around us? Don't you go around?
Because it's brother, it's something about heathens. They can't fathom that there's black people that won't accept them. Like, even when you talk about white people, their biggest thing, you probably don't hear this anymore as much. When I first came to the school, white people's biggest question is, so you guys really don't let white people join? Mm-hmm. They always ask that. There was a viral video. Type a yes or no in the chat if you ever seen this video. I remember I was in the world with me and Officer Arawadi. Officer Arawadi showed me the video. And I'm watching the video and I'm laughing, smoking, getting high in my truck. And he showed me the time. I'm like, damn, that nigga, that's cold-blooded right there. There's a video, brother, that came out about 2015, 2014, something like that, where some African little boy was talking to Captain Zariak. And Saneto was like, so to Zariak, you telling me that this African brother right here is not allowed in a UPK cookout? And Captain Zariak said again, what? How? Break it down.
He asked, Captain Zariak refused him a hamburger. He could not eat at our cookout.
Yeah, he couldn't get a burger.
So Saneto was like, so you mean to tell me you would not share or eat or nothing? He can't have a hamburger, buy you a hamburger, or he can't have a hamburger to cook out. Captain Zariak like, no.
That's right.
And when he broke it down, even the little African boy said, well, I would do the same thing.
Yeah. Yes, brother. I remember that video like it was yesterday. And it was so shocking. I remember the video went viral, but this is before I didn't even have social media. I was before the truth, y'all. I'm a whole different person. I wasn't a social media nigga. I didn't have Facebook. I didn't have anything before the truth. I was outside. You had to see me. But I remember even back then, people that were in the world were seeing that video. Like, bro, you see these crazy Israelite niggas? This nigga said the African boy can't even come to a cookout. He can't get food. It was a big thing. Everybody looks at us with the expectation that we have to welcome them. We have to accept them. Nobody looks at the other nations with that same expectation. If that African boy said he would do the same thing, there was no outrage. There's no outrage about the African boy admitting his people would be the exact same way. There's no outrage that Italians have Little Italy. There's no outrage that the Irish have this side of the town. There's no outrage that the Jewish people have Crown Heights and Williamsburg. There's no outrage that the Asians have Chinatown and Koreatown and Little Vietnam. Everybody else is allowed to separate themselves, exclude everybody else, and have pride in their culture. We are the only people that have the expectation from everybody else to welcome everybody else. And it's because it makes us weak. They understand that inherently, the moment we are open arms to everybody, we're not able to be strong. And everybody knows we are the people that when we are strong, we're stronger than everybody. That's in the Bible, Psalms 83. Go ahead, Shapap.
How you say that? Because when we went to the Harlem Cookout this year, we was instructed not to go in a certain restaurant that was across the street from the park.
That's right.
Because Italians didn't like us in that restaurant.
That's right, brother. And there was no outrage. That's just what it is.
Right.
The Italians don't like niggas. You can't go in there. There's no outrage. But because we don't like Italians, because God said he hates white people, right. Italians, all of a sudden now we the worst people on the face of the earth. Well, so be it then, goddamn it. Whatever. So whatever. I'll take whatever label you give me. If us practicing love for each other is hateful, then that's just what it is. Go ahead, mighty man.
So like, it's funny that you say that about us not getting back, because now, or in the world, they teach us that, or yeah, in the world, like Christian preachers, they teach us that we shouldn't let other people go through what we went through. So we're trained to be like, I'm gonna give back to everybody.
Yes.
Even though everybody would not give back to us.
Yes, brother. Also, Arawadi put it in the chat. That's thanks to MLK. That's thanks to MLK. I wish they had a like. What's the opposite of a clap? Like, you know how you clap? Like, what's the opposite? No, not another thing, but like, what's the opposite of a clap? Boo. Yeah. I guess it's middle finger. Yeah, everybody give a boo to MLK. Boo. You understand? Boo to you, Martin Luther King, because you and your nasty dream is exactly why black people today are so weak. We're so weak and we're so destroyed because you have taught us that it's the godly thing to do. It's the Christian thing to do. It's the morally right thing to do to welcome everybody with open arms. When nobody else is doing that, nobody else is doing it. Nobody else believes that except us. And it's the reason why we're weak. It's exactly why we're weak. Go ahead, Shapar.
Like if I could, and do a shout out to my nigga, saying Officer Wyatt, since he's been mentioned so many times.
Mm-hmm.
This subject right here, this is where he get that.
That's right.
If I could just say it like he would say if he was in class today.
Yeah.
These Hamites stink.
That's right.
Stinking Hamites.
Yes, they do, brother. Yes, they do. I mean, I think everybody knows that. I don't know who we even try to argue that. Who in here trying to argue that Hamites, and I'm gonna say the biblical names so they can't try to flag us. Who in here want to argue that Hamites don't stink? You lost that argument. You lost. I think everybody knows that. Yeah. We're not them. They're not us. We don't have to accept them. We'll never accept them. Right? So to answer your question, Officer Nwanyala, that's how, yes, Noah did warn the people. Now let's get into the topic. Please get me I'm gonna get it for you. I'm gonna send you an article. Just give me any article about President Trump giving the Medal of Freedom to Charlie Kirk. Any article about President Trump, Donald Trump, giving Charlie Kirk the Medal of Freedom. Let's pull that up. That happened today. Today it's October 14th. For those of you that do not know, lost my train of thought. So lucky. What was I just saying? Charlie Kirk. That's right, the water. Charlie Kirk just got the Medal of Freedom from President Donald Trump. And for those of you that don't know, Charlie Kirk was a white man that built his entire career on racism. Nothing more. I'm not exaggerating. It's not hyperbole. His entire platform, his entire career was built off of racism against blacks and Hispanics. Well, a white man took his life, shot him dead, man down. You understand? A fellow white man took his life, and Donald Trump honored Charlie Kirk today. What's the word they use? Posthumously. Posthumously. You meaning after his death. You understand? Donald Trump gave Charlie Kirk the Medal of Freedom, which is the highest honor any regular person, any civilian can get in America, the Medal of Freedom. White people, I have a question for you. And not necessarily a question, but I have a premise for you. And I want somebody white or any of you Uncle Toms to prove me wrong. Name me any white hero that America props up that wasn't racist. And I'm receptive to hear. Is there any white hero that any white man that America honors as a hero that was not racist? Is there any? If there's any that y'all can think of, type them in the chat. I ain't talking about small time. I'm talking about America. Is there any white man that America views as a hero that was not racist? Go ahead.
I don't have one, but I do want to say that.
I'm glad you started with that because I was wanting to hear that. I was like, the brother got one. Okay. You don't have one. Okay, that's good. Go ahead.
I don't have one, but for the people who are going to say Abraham Lincoln, he was also racist.
Well, you beat me to the jump. You were absolutely correct, brother. We about to go into it. We are about to go exactly to. You don't think I'm prepared? I'm prepared for that, brother. I'm prepared for JFK. I'm prepared for your Abraham Lincoln. So don't even type them in because I'm going to prove you wrong tonight. Even the ones that you want to come say, the ones who you like to think are not racist, that America views as heroes, they were just like the rest of them. Your Abe Lincoln, your JFK, your Bill Clinton. You understand who?
Gary Owens.
Oh, Gary. He's not even an American hero. He just a out of shape, middle-aged white man that happened to get with a white woman. She said, I did not say can't hear the brother speaking, may need the mic. Okay, when you speak, just make sure you speak in the mic. The water out of you now. So now, read me today just some of this article about Trump giving this Medal of Freedom out.
President Trump posthumously awarded conservative activist Charlie Kirk the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Now, something right there. They call him an activist. When you hear the word activist, everybody type in the chat. Y'all know how I do. I'm asking for participation. If that bothers you, so what? I don't care. Type in the chat. When you hear the word activist, type the first name that you think of when you hear the word activist. I just want to get consensus of where we at with this. Let me show you something. Everybody that's in the chat, if you're able to, when you hear the word activist, what's the first name that comes to your mind? There's no right or wrong answer. This is just what comes to your mind. I want to hear the association with the word activist. Go ahead.
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks. Okay. You might want to give a shot. You got one? No sweat. Sister, you got one?
No, I was going to say
Rosa Parks. Ruby Bridges. The water too. Excellent picture.
not a name, but the Black Panthers.
The Black Panthers. Okay. Obviously the one y'all said, MLK, Martin Luther King. That's one of the biggest ones you probably hear. Or what you said, Al Sharpton. Lenny Campbell said they will say Tom Brady. that's wild. Kapaz said Ida B. Wells. You sharpen up said MLK. Shapai? No sweat. It ain't no right or wrong answer. This is just what you associate with the word. I just want to show you something. Ronald Watts said Medgar Evers. That's a good one. I ain't heard his name in a minute. Sathara said Jesse Jackson. Shapai? Marcus Garvey. Adiyana, Malcolm X. Regardless of, for time's sake, I'm going to give it to you. There is no right or wrong answer. What I'm showing you is you see everybody black that y'all listed. They are, regardless of their religious or political leaning, they are people that actually fought for a cause. You understand? Like everybody that you listed in here, you understand? And Lenny Campbell said, Afeni Shakur. They are people that actually put their life on the line and fought for a quote unquote righteous cause, which all of them, which you name, eventually has something to do with helping black people. Now, the way they went about it, that's a different story. You understand? We can argue whether or not the way they went about it was right or wrong. But at some point in all these people's lives, they wanted to help black people. They wanted to help people, not just black people. They wanted to change the world for the better so that it can be conducive to black people living there. They called this cat who had a podcast, who debated 19-year-olds. The cat was, what, 31, 32? He made his entire career debating teenagers about why black people are so violent, about why black people are criminals. Let me put this picture up. Everybody like he's such a damn, he's so brave. This nigga was a scrub. Let's call it for what it is. You a scrub. Brother, if this were a black man, this cat would be looked at as a loser. No, I'm gonna put the picture up that you got. This cat is a loser. Like his entire career, he went to college campuses. He didn't go to political town halls or anything. This cat went to where teenagers are. People who couldn't legally drink, who can't legally drink. They can't even legally drink, brother. They gotta go to a trusted, responsible adult to go and give them some money. They gotta stand outside a damn liquor store and wait to find a trusted, responsible adult to go get them liquor. This is who he's debating. As if he's pushing some cause, and he gets the title activist. All the people that you all name, does his work line up with any of the things that the people you named did? Does Charlie Kirk's work align with Afeni Shakur, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, Jesse Jackson, MLK, Ida B. Wells, Al Sharpton? Regardless of, again, I'm not saying I agree with all the people that we named. Was there definitely some traitors, the things that they did, but regardless, you mean to tell me this cat is put in the same group now as these people because he's an activist? White people, you are effing delusional. You white people are so desperate for a hero, you make losers heroes. Your white people's heroes are losers. This is your hero. Look at him right here. Goddamn loser. Big-headed loser. Go ahead, Shapat.
Right, I mean, I never knew who he was until he got off. But his haircut, like, I don't know what haircut he had before that, but his haircut is racist.
His haircut is definitely racist. There's something about that haircut, bro, that screams nigger. Yeah, it's something about that haircut that screams, I hate niggers. And it's okay. Well, this cat, let's finish reading the article. I don't get too off track with this loser devil right here. Such a loser.
Kirk, the co-founder of the organization Turning Points USA, was speaking at Utah Valley University during the first stop on a college campus tour when he was shot and killed on September 10th.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to honor and remember a fearless warrior for liberty, a beloved leader who galvanized the next generation like nobody I've ever seen before.
Oh yeah, this cat right here, he galvanized the next generation. This lame loser, goofy, bully teenagers who have a certain sense of these. Okay, keep in mind they're teenagers. They have more sense to understand you're racist, and a lot of times these teenagers, because they're teenagers, they can't quite articulate how he's racist, but they have enough morality to know you're wrong, you're lying, and you're racist. And somehow this cat he's the leader of the next generation. He galvanized the young. He's an activist, like he was out hitting the streets. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, please.
Earlier today, I was scrolling through social media and I saw a debate that he did, and he was debating a young lady about was waffles better than pancakes.
Come on, brother. This is what we're talking about. This is your activist. This nigga having debates with college kids about the seriousness of waffles versus pancakes. It's a matter of national security. All white hope depends on waffles versus pancakes. So what? So now what? I guess, which one is niggas? Which one black people like more? Pancakes? I think waffles is more white. Yeah. So now I go ahead. So now breakfast is racist. Now breakfast got to be racist. This is your activists debating on waffles and pancakes, brother. What's next? What syrup is better at IHOP, the blueberry or the pecan? Get the hell out of here, man. This is America. This is your hero. This is who Donald Trump gave the highest honor that any person can get that's not in any type of military service in America. Go ahead. Let's give me Shapat first and then go ahead, young man, please.
I would just say the pancakes are more black than anything because, you know, back in the day, the average black family didn't have a waffle.
Yeah, that's what I had to think about it for a second. I don't ever remember making waffles growing up, so I took my experience and just assumed most black people grew up the way I did. We bought waffles pre-made. That's what Eggo's for. Lego my Eggo. All right, we bought them Jones. My brother, now we ain't had no waffle making in our crib. You understand? So I guess pancakes is the nigger food and waffles is the cracker food. I understand. Go ahead, Mighty Man.
And the last thing I wanted to add, the caption on that video said the only debate Charlie Kirk ever lost.
Brother, America, because white people are so incompetent, because white people are not as smart as they believe they are. Okay, this is how you can tell. You want to see, this is how you gauge a people by who are their heroes. Ask black people who are our heroes, and they'll give you all the names y'all just named. Ida B. Wells, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Martin Luther King. You ask white people, who are your heroes? Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk. What? Okay, and what did he do exactly? What exactly did he do? White people, help me understand. He's an activist. What did he do? The civil rights movement destroyed the black community, but Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, and Martin Luther King, their work directly brought about the civil rights bill. Again, I'm not saying we agree with them, but what I'm saying is there's a tangible result to the work these men did. What the hell did Charlie Kirk, what did he do? Shapat, go ahead.
I mean, and the first try to diminish our hero. Every MLK that you ever run across in the city is in the projects, ghetto, the most vicious part of the city. And the I.S.U.P.K. Wells, forget about it. That's the schools. And in Chicago, the I.S.U.P.K. Wells is one of the worst neighborhoods.
Yeah, it's a project home. I was waiting for you to finish. It's a project in Chicago called the I.S.U.P.K. Wells Homes. Oh, he know he can walk. I didn't even know he can walk. He threw me off right there. What's up, man? You want to come up? You want to get a little teaching there? Come on. Come on up. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Give him a hand. Ah. He walked over here. I just witnessed a miracle, y'all. Yeah. What you want to say? Go ahead. I'm going to let you get yours off real quick. Yeah. That's right. What else? Okay, go ahead. Keep going. Okay. Y'all heard what he said. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. That's right. Here's the problem. Charlie Kirk did nothing. He did nothing worth remembering. What he did do was he rallied white people against us. And that's what it just said right there. Read that part again about him galvanizing the future generation.
A beloved leader who galvanized the next generation like nobody I've ever seen before.
If we can't see what his work is, that's because he did something that is very valuable to white people that we, unless you're in the truth, you won't be able to see. Charlie Kirk was able to rally white people around the only thing they care about. Their hatred for blacks and Hispanics. Charlie Kirk was, that's right. That's right. Damn right. You understand? Go ahead, Shapat. Yeah. That's right. Yes, he is. That's what he's saying right here. He blazing on him. You understand? He blazing on. He needs some shades. You want some shades? They probably too big for him. He blazing on him. You gotta bring his headpiece. So when he come up here, I'm having him fully girded. When he come up here, he gonna get extra training, early training. That's right. Charlie Kirk, brother, he did what white people need and love. This is why he's so valuable, because white people's heroes are the people that hate blacks and Hispanics the best and can get other white people to rally behind that hatred. Am I wrong? Pull up Mount Rushmore, please. Pull up Mount Rushmore and the presidents that are on Mount Rushmore. I'm going to, okay, we got somebody in the chat. I like that. Spelantula. He said, I can prove you wrong. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Come on now, we here. Is his profile a KKK picture? What's that? What's that? A skull? What's that? That look very conveniently like a KKK hood. Spelantula. Prove me wrong then. Give me Mount Rushmore. I'm gonna show you. Go ahead, Shapat. Oh, you see, you want to take these back? You want to try them on? No? He's like, now you got eyes? Damn. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna add this to the stage. This is Mount Rushmore right here. You understand? From front, I'm gonna go from left to right. You understand of who America idolizes. What is more idolized? Excuse me, I can't say the damn word. What is more idolizing than putting somebody's face on a rock for everybody to see forever? You understand? I'm gonna show you. This is who America views as their heroes. From the left to the right: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. Now, Shapat, I'm going to send you something I need you to read. I'm going to show you how each one of these men felt and why they are on this rock. I'm going to send it to you. Get me. Sit down. Okay. Let's have a seat for a second. Let's see which one. That one. I'm going to send you something, Shapat. 1, 2. Which one be easier, text message or messenger?
Either one.
Okay. See. All right. Spelantula said, well, it depends on what you mean with American heroes. There are a bunch of American politicians today, like Bernie Sanders, that are not racist. Bernie Sanders is not considered an American hero. Bernie Sanders is considered a Democratic hero. He's only considered a hero by one party, one section of the country. Republicans do not view him as a hero. Democrats and the other groups, they view him as a hero. What I'm talking about is this is what's the word? This is definitive proof right here. You want to see America's heroes? They got it right here. They are etched in rock for everybody to see forever. Let's just go with these right here. These 4 men are America's heroes. Well, I'm going to show you why these men were American. Did I send it to you yet, Shapat? Did you get it? I'm going to show you why these men are America's heroes. Okay. I'm going to show you why. Read what you got about. Oh, you can't do that. You're going to turn the stream off. Okay, start with the one that says good reads. Oh, no, hold on. Let me go.
Where did you send it?
To your text message. Yeah. Spelantula said, all right, I see what you mean. No sweat, no sweat. I'm open. I mean, listen, when you present an argument the right way, I mean, it's hard to disagree when it's the truth. You understand? I mean, if you see something else, tell me. You just start with any one you got. Here's why these men are forever remembered as America's heroes. Yep. Yeah, just a little bit right there.
I advance it therefore that the blacks are inferior to whites in the endowment both of body and mind.
Read that again, please.
Okay.
Nice and slow.
I advance it therefore that the blacks are inferior to the whites in the endowments both of body and mind.
This great American hero believed that black people were less than, inferior than white people when it came to physical and mental. This is what he believed. Anybody want to take a shot at which one of these four men believed that? Oh yeah. Hold on, let me.
George Washington.
George Washington. Okay, that's a good guess. Shapat.
All of them.
The water. Every last one of these four men believed exactly what this particular president said. They all believed it. And I'm going to prove it to you because certain things are going to sound similar. The person who said this specifically is who, Shapat? Yeah, it says his name right underneath the quote.
Oh.
It should be Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson.
That's correct. Thomas Jefferson said this. Thomas Jefferson believed that black people, you, us, he believed this going into his grave, by the way. Up until he died. He believed that black people were stupid monkeys. There's another quote where he said that black people are black because it's the feces running in our blood. Y'all probably believe I'm making that up.
No.
You think I'm making that up? Thomas Jefferson believed that the reason why we are black, we have black skin, is because our body didn't process fecal matter the right way. And so it's feces running in our bloodstream or underneath our skin. That's why we're black. This man, who America idolizes as a hero. Guess what else Thomas Jefferson said? Hold on, Spot. I'm going to come to you. Let me show you the evil of America. Guess what else Thomas Jefferson said? It's very famous. White people quote it all the time today. That's what else Thomas Jefferson said. Nobody know? I'll give it to you. All men are created equal. That's what he said that. That comes from him. You see how white people are? Spallanzia said that's disgusting, honestly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's who America looks at as a hero, a man that could be so disgusting to say that and believe that. He also said all men were created equal while he held these beliefs and while he raped Sally Hemings every goddamn night. And while he raped so many of his black female slaves. Yeah, that's an American hero, y'all. He's forever idolized in history as one of America's heroes. Go ahead, Shapat.
He talking about our skin, you know what I'm saying? Well, did he not notice that we can stand in the sun? He can't.
Shapat, the thing about white people's racism, it's not rational. It's not logical. It doesn't even make sense. You said black people were dirty, uncivilized animals, but you couldn't wait to go and sneak and stick your stinking white penis in black women in the darkness. Yeah, their racism is not rational, nor is it logical. It doesn't make sense. And they're hypocrites because they'll say one thing and do something else. He signed that Declaration of Independence and said all men are created equal with inalienable rights, the right to life, liberty, and property. And later was changed to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Meanwhile, he had women in a damn cellar, chained up, raping them, black women. This is who these people are. Go ahead, young man, please.
With those beliefs saying that all men are created equal, but are still having slaves, that don't make sense because they also believe that black people are only 3/5 of a human.
That's correct. Brother, this is why you should never believe what white people say out of their mouths. Because he said all men are created equal, and then have the nerve to say that we are 3/5 of a human. So why was it that all men were created equal? Yeah, that's the American hero, a liar, a hypocrite, a rapist, a racist. That's one of your American heroes, right? Read me the other quote, please. I sent you, Shapat.
Theodore Roosevelt, president from 1901 to 1909, believed in white superiority while advocating educational opportunity regardless of race. In a letter to
sorry, read it again from the top, nice and slow. Salaki.
President Theodore Roosevelt, president from 1901 to 1909, believed in white superiority while simultaneously advocating educational opportunity regardless of race. In a letter to
Stop right there. Theodore Roosevelt. This is a little history for you all. Let me go back to the picture so you can see too. Where you go? So now the person we just read about, how you put a big screen? Where you go? I'm trying to put the picture, the screen with the Mount Rushmore. You took it down? Okay, no sweat. It's too wild. So the person who we just read about, oh, you want the bag? Okay, that's cool. Theodore Roosevelt. The reason why you have national parks today, where it's federal land designated for people to go look at it, comes from Theodore Roosevelt. Anybody know the whole teddy bear that comes from him? Teddy bear. Teddy is a nickname for Theodore. The reason why you call stuffed animal a teddy bear is because Theodore Roosevelt was so big on saving animals. All the animal conservation that exists today, all the organizations that exist to protect and save animals, comes from President Theodore Roosevelt. He's the one that instituted Yellowstone National Park. You understand? It was because of him that the bear population started to rise back up, because white people were slaughtering bears out west like crazy, that they almost went extinct. And Theodore Roosevelt signed many laws into effect to make where white people cannot cut all the forest down. He stopped white people from being devils. That's what he did. He stopped white people from cutting all the damn trees, and he said, this is a national park, so this land you can't cut. This land you cannot change the ecosystem. You have to let this land stay in its original beauty. He stopped them from hunting all the damn bears and all different animals, and because of it, one of his mascots was a bear, and they called it a teddy bear. Teddy is short for Theodore Roosevelt. So you call a teddy bear because of this white man that had so much love for the forests and the trees and the bears, but he said niggas ain't nothing. This is one of America's heroes. While he had just typical white man, typical white people, they got so much love for animals, but then for some reason, black people, we don't get that compassion and love. Well, Theodore Roosevelt, he's up there on Mount Rushmore. He's the third picture. Let me pull it back up here. He's the one right here, the third one. The third from the left, second from the right. That's Theodore Roosevelt. Thomas Jefferson is right behind George Washington, the second from the left. You understand? So now we're going to read about your beloved Abraham Lincoln. I sent you another one. You can pull this up, please. The one I just sent you. Oh, yeah, please keep going.
In a letter to a friend, he wrote, now as to the Negroes, I entirely agree with you that as a race and in the mass, they are altogether inferior to the whites.
Again, Shapat was hit the nail on the head when I asked which one of these presidents felt like that about the first quote. They all of them felt that black people were inferior to white people. All of them. You understand? This is what Theodore Roosevelt said. He said we were inferior to white people, that we were a people that were a step above animals. That's it. You understand? Read the article I just sent you, please. With time, so I'm gonna have to speed it up.
This is Abraham Lincoln.
This is your beloved Abraham Lincoln, who white people love to pull to try to get us to feel like we should thank white people for freeing us. Well, because white people they fought and died for the Civil War to free black people. Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, as if that's supposed to mean that Abraham Lincoln didn't hate niggas. You want to get down? You want to explore again? He want to explore. Yeah. You want to explore? He active. Yeah, he gonna be real active. That's good. Okay. There you go. He said, these feet were made for walking. I understand. Give us a ball around the hand. Well done. Right. So now, Abraham Lincoln. This is the great white hope. This is who every white person feel like we should honor and revere because he freed the slaves. Yeah, this is how Abraham Lincoln felt about black people and how he felt about the entire situation. Please read what you got.
Okay. Abraham Lincoln, letter in reply to Horace Greeley on slavery and the Union, restoration of the Union. Dear sir, I have just read yours of the 19th address to my son to the New York Tribune.
Stop right there. Skip me down to where it says, I would save the Union. It's the third paragraph. No. Select. Yeah, third paragraph. But go down to where it says, right there. We're going to get it. For time's sake, we're going to end it on this
I
one.
would save the Union. I would save it the shortest way under the Constitution. The sooner the national authority can be restored, the nearer the Union will be the Union at this point. If there be those who would not save the Union unless they could at the same time save slavery, I do not agree with them.
Read that part again.
Calm, sir. If there be those who would not save the Union unless they could at the same time save slavery, I do not agree with them.
Keep reading.
If there be those who would not save the Union unless they could be at the same time destroy slavery, I do not agree with them.
He's trying to say, I don't agree with either side. He's trying to sound good. You want to know who's like Abraham Lincoln today? Bernie Sanders. White people love to believe Bernie Sanders will be the right man to get in office. Bernie Sanders is just a wise devil to know how to play the middle perfect. This is exactly what Abraham Lincoln is saying. Well, I don't agree with them on this side, and I don't agree with them on this side. He's playing it safe. He's going to tell you how he really feels, though. Keep reading.
My paramount object is in this struggle to save the Union, and it's not save the Union, and it's not either to save or destroy slavery. If I could save the Union without freeing any slave, I would do it.
Stop right there. Abraham Lincoln said this right here. Abraham Lincoln said his entire paramount struggle, the only thing he cared about was saving the Union, meaning he only cared about getting white men to stop fighting each other, which is what a white man who loves his people wants. Abraham Lincoln, man, was a white man who cared for his people. And he understood, listen, man, the North and the South, us white men being against each other, this is not good for us. Abraham Lincoln cared. He cared about his white race. And he knew, listen, whatever I need to do to get us to be together, I'll do it. But really, he didn't want to free the slaves. He didn't want to free black people. The only thing is, Abraham Lincoln, he cared more about the unity of the country than slavery or whether or not they should keep it or not. You understand? Abraham Lincoln felt the exact same way about black people as the rest of them. Abraham Lincoln believed black people were inferior to white people, and Abraham Lincoln did not have a problem with slavery.
Right.
He just said it. If you are a moral person, he would want, his goal would be what? We got to end slavery. Like, that's what a moral person would be. It would, listen, a moral person would say, if this country has to fall in order to free the slaves, then the country has to fall. That's what a moral person would say. See, white people, you don't have morality. You have the illusion of morality. Abraham Lincoln said he could care less whether they're free or not free, which means he doesn't care if niggas is in chains, getting beaten, raped, and oppressed and hunted. He could care less. He wanted to save America. And that's the spirit of every white man today. They would rather save America. And if that means you got to be underneath their boot, it means you're underneath their boot. But the difference between the white people today and Abraham Lincoln, white people today, you don't care about saving America. You understand? You like to think you're saving America. The thing that white people today care about the most is making sure that you are underneath them. And they will destroy this country. They will destroy this entire nation if it means you stay underneath them. And you've seen it January 6th. Go ahead, Shapat.
I can bring in to mention John Adams again. With John Adams, he gave the speech where they couldn't, all white men, all these Dutch, French, and all these different white men couldn't gather together to fight against the British.
That's right.
For their independence for America with the 13 colonies until John Adams came talking about if we don't get together, then the blacks and the Native Americans might side with our enemies.
That's correct. They understand that. For some reason, they have this phantom fear against us. White people, the fear that you have and the hatred that you have of blacks and Hispanics is not logical. We have done nothing for you to fear nor hate us the way that you do. Your hatred, your fear, and your racism against blacks and Hispanics is not rational. It's completely irrational. It's completely illogical, and it's delusional. The same way black people and Hispanics, your love, your loyalty, and your dedication to white people is irrational. It's illogical. It's delusional. Because they have done nothing for us to give them that type of love and loyalty. The same way we have done nothing to them for them to give us that type of love, for them to give us that type of racism, hatred. Spalantula said, for Bernie, I feel he would never compromise his morals to appeal to the public, and I don't think he even cares about unity if it means being racist. Yeah, you have a very naive perception of life. You have a very naive perception of life. You must not know history. White men lie. Right now, do you know that white men lied on their ceasefire? Anybody know that y'all aware that Israel violated the ceasefire already? Arwadi, I see you shaking your head. I know you know that. Arwadi, he stay on the news stories. He also Arwadi submits the news stories for the Black Watch on Wednesdays. So I know he knows. Those white Jewish people in Israel violated their agreement already. What has it been like 3 days? It ain't even been 3-4 days yet. And they broke what they said they was going to do. Yeah, Spalantula, you have a naive, and I'm not trying to come down on, I don't know if you're black, white, or whatever you are. You have a very naive perception of reality. History and the present has shown white people have no morals. White people do not keep their word. These oppressors break every covenant, every treaty, every agreement. If I'm lying, prove I'm lying. And I can show you history, just going back 400 years of every single time they have lied. Bernie Sanders is no different than Donald Trump. It's no different than Hillary Clinton. Go ahead, Shapat.
It's like these Gaza, Pakistan negotiations. I just want to bring to mind for our brothers, they broke every treaty with the North American Indians. Every time they made one, they broke it.
Every single one, brother.
And here in Palestine, every single time they tried to even make something, like say we won't stop, they broke it every single time.
Every time, brother.
No haste.
He asked a question online. I want to answer this question. This is an excellent question he asked, and I think we getting somewhere now. He asking the right questions. So I want to answer this question. What did he say?
It's further up, sir.
Spelantula should be right there. Yeah. Okay, hold on.
I think it's the last one.
I'll get it for you. I'll read it. Spelantula said, I'm sorry. Is there a single white man in American history that you think should be a role model for white men? That's an excellent question. Chapat, what you got?
I think all of them should be a role model for white men.
No. He's saying, is there somebody? So meaning, I'm how we showed Mount Rushmore, how those were terrible men. He's saying, is there anybody in history that we can prop up and say this is who white people should be like? No. Yes, there is. I'm gonna put up a video right now. I'm gonna share my screen. There is. Chapat, you knew it too, but you just forgot. There's a white man that every white man should be role model after. I'm gonna show you right. I got a video to show you. Please, Chapat.
The white man who kissed our boots.
Well, you know, that's a little rough there, Chapat. That's a little rough. That's a little rough. You mean a white man got to kiss the boots to be a role model, Chapat? Is that what you're saying? Well, let's see. Let's play the video. Let's roll the tape. This is who every white man should aspire to be like. You should be like this. What the hell going on? Why does not going down? I can't stand Apple, boy. Okay, hold on. Take this down. Remove. Okay, I got remove. I got it right here. There we go. Add to stage. This is Spelantula. You asked an excellent question, and I'm a seriously. We joke, but I'm gonna seriously answer your question. Officer Chapat was right on the money. You understand? It took him a little bit. You know, I had to tell him no at first, but he got it. I'm gonna give it to you right here. This is what all white men should aspire to be like. This is what a good white role model looks like. This is not history, however. I mean, you could call it history. It happened what, a month ago? So I mean, technically, it's history. This is a white man in history that white people should aspire to be like. Ellie, right here. If you sincere, kiss this booth right here. Give Ellie a hand. Give Ellie a hand. Let's go. Put up there. Give Ellie a hand, man. I've never met an honest white Jewish man. Absolutely. We got one right here. We got one right here, man. You white people should be like Ellie. You white people should have the courage of Ellie. But yet you look at him and you despise him. You reject him like his white Christian family. Ellie's better than you. That's a good Ellie white man right there. Better than all you racist white people. He's a credit to his race. You know why? Because he's now that's a bad white person. You see how he right and what's wrong? You see that? You see how this white man watched a good white man and seen what it took to be a good white man, and guess what? He took his daughter and he got the hell out of there. Because white people, it's against everything in you to be good. It's hard. The white man you just watched in this video, he's rare. He's very rare. So rare that he's a role model. He should be somebody that white people look to. But white people, you don't look at white people like this as role models. You despise white people with a conscience. You despise white people that admit that their race has been evil to our race. You even have a term. They got a term for it to try to shame white people for feeling bad for what they have done. They call it white guilt. You ever heard that term? White guilt. White people have a term called white guilt to try to make other white people feel stupid for feeling bad about what white people have done to black people. Simba said he want to say it again. I will definitely oblige you, my brother. Say less. I'm gonna run it back. Because white people, you need to see this. I'm trying to show you what a good white man would do. This is what a good white man would do. Right here. Let's see it. Let's see if you're sincere. Oh, give Ellie a hand. Damn. I didn't think he was gonna do it. Well, stay right there. Stay right there. Let's finish it. Let me finish this one part right here. Right? Read it. The officers. The officers is upset. Ellie, right here. If you sincere, kiss this booth right here. Give Ellie a hand. Give Ellie a hand. Let's go. Put up there. Give Ellie a hand, man. I've never met an honest white Jewish man. We got one right here. We got one right here, man. You white people should be like Ellie. You white people should have the courage of Ellie. But yet you look at him and you despise him. You reject him like his white Christian family. Ellie's better than you. Ellie is better than all you rest of you racist white people. He's a credit to his race. You know why? Because he's able to acknowledge what's right and what's wrong. And it's wrong the way white people have treated black people. That's right. It's wrong the way Jewish people have treated black people. That's right. We've done nothing to deserve the treatment that we've got in America. All we have tried to do was love America and serve America. That's right. So now, go ahead, Shapot.
That's what I hear about Could. He did something I've never seen before. He's a Jewish man.
That's right.
Pretending and claiming to be us. He took his little
yarmulke
off and put it in his pocket.
Yes, brother.
And said,
that's right. You can't tell me that the power of the Lord doesn't exist. Where else will you see a Jewish man deny what he was taught his entire life for the truth? This is the Holy Spirit. That's not a credit to us. It's a credit to the Lord. And you should see that the Lord is here. The power to make a Jewish man, the rulers of the earth, bow down to the children of the slaves. You don't know what a miracle looks like. You're looking for Benny Hinn. You're looking for some Christian garbage. You understand? That's not what that's fake. You just witnessed a real miracle. And black people, a white person is not a good white person until they can first do that. Stop keeping the bars so low. Y'all see a white person can dance, and he a good white person because he can Dougie. She a good white girl because she could sing soul music like us. Y'all have made the bar so goddamn low on what makes a white person a good white person. If you ain't kissing the boot, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. That should be the standard. That should be the standard for any good white person. You want to prove you're a good white person, that's the start. I'm not saying that's the end of it, because for sure it's more than that. But that is the start to let us know you're not like the rest. You're rare. You're rare. You're a role model. Y'all got the bar so low. You invited to the cookout? No, the hell they're not. On behalf of all niggas and niggerdom, I'm revoking all invitations to the cookout that are not Black, Hispanic, or Native American. Right. You understand? By the power invested in me, every non-Black or Hispanic or Native American invite is here now denied. Now that's done. Go ahead, Shapot.
You want to get his next question?
What was this next one? Spalantula.
Spalantula said, where L.E. lived his life no differently than he did before this boot kiss. Is he racist? Is there a day? Is there a day that day-to-day behavioral change that should happen after?
That's another excellent question. Yes, Spalantula. I just said this is not the end of it. This is the beginning of showing you're a good white person. What has to happen now is you have to dedicate your life to now undoing what your forefathers have done. It's a hard thing to do. It's an impossible task. I'm just want to tell all you white people that. Do not try to do it if you're not ready to understand it's an impossible task. Because we live in a society that was built on the suffering of my people. Here's what a white person has to do. Every time you get a paycheck, you have to send whatever you're able to send after you paid your bills to the prophets of God. Every time you get a paycheck, you understand? You have to send out after you paid your bills to make sure you can eat. You understand? And you say, I'm not cruel. Now, another brother might get up here and say, you don't need a house. And that's true too. You understand? But I'm not cruel. You understand? I'm a brother. You know, I'm gonna be a understanding slave master in the kingdom of heaven. I want you to have somewhere to stay. I want you to have heat in your house. I want you to have food in your fridge. After you have those things, everything else you got to give to the prophets of God to help them build the kingdom of God. And if you were a zealous white man, you would go without. You would go without eating some days. You would go without heat sometimes. You would go without hot water sometimes. You know why? You know why, Spalantula? Because black people have done that to build this place. Black people went without food to build America. Black people had cold showers to build America. Black people had no showers to build America. Black people have suffered immensely. We've lost our children, lost our families, lost our dignity, lost our sanity, suffered tremendously for the sake of white people in this God-forsaken nation.
Right.
Oh, Spalantula, I mean, when you look at it, it's justice looks different when you put it into perspective now. You understand? So your day-to-day should be, your life is no longer about you and you living in your life and comfortable. Excuse me, you living your life being comfortable. You have to dedicate your life to now helping God's people build the kingdom of God. And that requires whatever you're able to do to help the work of the Lord as a heathen, as a white man, as a devil. That's what should happen. You understand? But we over the time, everybody that's tuned in to the end, make sure you hit that like button. If you're still watching all the way to the end, type the fire emoji in the chat. You understand? Fire for the type of fire emoji for the fire you want God to bring America. God to bring America, not because America doesn't deserve it, but because America has earned it. America has earned the wrath and the fire of God. You think that you can treat God's people the way you are treating us and have treated us, and God smiles down on this nation, and that God is with America? You white people live in a land of, like, the land of the delusion you are in can only come from privilege. Like, there's a certain type of delusion that exists, and then there's a delusion that exists above that. The level of delusion white people live in, you can only have it if you're privileged. Like, they're able to believe things that are just not even at all true. White people believe things that are not true at all, but of course, you're very privileged to be able to live in that land of fantasy and fairy tale. God is going to destroy this place because of what you've done and what you're doing right now to blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, the real Jews. You understand? I see you, Simba. I see you, Tony Davis, Yashar Banath, Ida Yana, Nayam, Yashar Banath, Maria, Mario, Chupa Shakat, Kapar, Arawadia, Simba. You understand? Y'all make sure y'all like and share the stream. Let's push this truth with that. We're going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Shapat Taya. Princess Kanawa, see you.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We the I.S.U.P.K on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, and Commander General Yahanna. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they offer them for 6 months. They are to be saluted only and to share themselves with the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister support each other. After the 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to murder. Tithe, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. It means 10th in Hebrew, and it's pronounced by I.S.U.P.K. 10% of every penny of any increase that you get. I'm sorry. So I'm reading it. 10% of any penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give it to the church as problem of teaching. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation. Once again, give a shout out to the sisters who cooked for that closing of the Feast of Tabernacle.
That's right.
Lord's and all the schools around the world. You know what I'm saying? Lord is known. The next upcoming Holy Convocation is Feast of the Dedication, Hanukkah, 25th day of the 9th month, by the space of 8 days. Sunday, the 14th of December, 2025, for 8 days. You can find this in the book of Maccabees, book of First Maccabee, 4, verse 52 to 31. I mean, from 52 through 61. So now, also, we are still in cookout season. We got our last upcoming cookout coming up. The down south, Houston, Texas cookout. I lived in Houston for like 3 years. Everything in Houston, Texas is big. It's real. You know what I'm saying? So you know they're gonna do it big down in H-Town. You know what I mean? Make sure you get your flights together, book your hotels. That's from October the 31st to November the 3rd. So like, sir, and make sure you pay your time. So like, do you want to add anything else, sir?
You twat, priest.
I'm gonna let you get to that plate.
No, no sweat. Go ahead. You twat.
Like I said, remind to check on social media sites, ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And so on for I.S.U.P.K events and material. If a rebel wants to be a true in the school, you should start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, black hairband, and scarf. And with that, I say I, which means stand. We're gonna first look to the teacher. Many events of my Shabbat, in my correct. Yahanna, Shimmy, Shabbat. Yahanna, solve, which means to turn. Sister, you may stand. Mike, we'll give a courtesy salute to the sister individual. My Shabbat, Mike, correct. Yahanna, Shimmy, Shabbat. Class dismissed.
Good to see you, Overwater. Go out for joining in too, Overwater.
No stress, sir. Shalom, Lord of Christ.
Shalom, Lord of Christ, priest.